myself so much, but at least,
Yeah,
let me know.
I understand. Okay, so if all's well, the show's going now.
Let me see.
Well, you're not going to want to have your sound on, otherwise it'll be a
I know. It'll
feedback loop.
This will be a little bit confusing for viewers.
Listeners, yeah. All right, everyone. Well, while Matt's, I don't know, tuning in on his YouTube.
Yeah, it's working. I can't hear myself because I don't want to cause that loop.
Well, maybe you could try it for a second to see how you sound. I'm sure you sound fine. It's right next to the mic.
Let me try it for a second. I'll stop talking now. Let me try it for a second. I'll stop talking now. All right, can you talk?
Hello. Can I talk and say what?
It sounds pretty good.
Yeah, it sounds fine. I just sound a little tinny, but that's to be expected. But I come in clear enough you can hear me, so that's all that really matters.
Yeah, so this is a first for the radio show here. We've got Matt Heagerty, not just in chat, but on the phone, Skype
phone call.
Skype phone call.
And he's got to make sure to be careful what he says. He can't retract what you say vocally.
I know.
True.
So it's like we've gone to the point where you used to be able to say pretty much almost anything on YouTube back in the day, like even on a live, To now it's besides cursing, it's basically you can't say anything.
Yep.
You can still curse, which is about the only thing you can do at least now, but it's like you're on a radio show. But it's even worse in some ways. I think even on a radio show, you could actually probably talk about some of the stuff we've talked about, and they won't cut you off the air.
Yeah, you might have something there.
Because there's been plenty of there still are conspiracy radio shows where they say all the stuff that gets us censored on YouTube still. So
that's true.
Which is pretty crazy when you think about it.
Yeah, well, that's exactly it. So now that we got you on the voice, anything we want to talk about on this holiday day?
You gotta give a holiday. Yeah, it doesn't feel much like a holiday.
Doesn't feel like a holiday?
I mean, it does and it does. I don't celebrate it anymore. I don't get it. I don't get into the spirit of it. It doesn't do anything anymore.
I hear you.
Humbugger. Woohoo.
Yeah.
What?
Are you hiding from your aunt, or is she gone?
She hasn't shown up yet, but I am hiding out. Yep.
That'd be funny if she shows up tomorrow.
She doesn't hear a loud knock on the door. Like in the middle of the show. That would make it entertaining. Then I could be like, "Hey, you want to go on the radio show?" Tell her.
That's true.
I don't.
She knocks.
I don't want her.
She knocks on the shed.
I don't know. She might. She's pretty bold. Last time I had to. Did I tell you last time? I guess I don't know if I did, but last time. Did I tell you the story last time she showed up? I thought I did. I don't know.
Try it. Start it, and we'll let you know.
I probably didn't tell the whole thing because I had to type it out. But
well, you didn't tell me.
I didn't tell. It's Beth, right?
Yeah.
So yeah.
How many girls do you have, Nate?
Just one. Go ahead, Matt.
All right. So let me see here. So my parents were gone, and I was in the house, my parents' house, just eating something. I had my headphones in, right, and I have Bluetooth noise canceling headphones, so they block out a lot of ambient noise. So I'm just in the basement, and I'm grabbing some chips in the basement, and where the chips are is the bottom. You gotta walk down the basement steps. Right at the bottom of the steps is where the chips are, just to paint a picture. And if you walk up the steps, there's the garage door right there in front of you. As soon as you open the garage door, you go right down to the basement. So the basement door is open. So my aunt went through the garage, which is I don't know, a lot of people walk through the garage. It's like her front. So she opens the. I've got I listened into a podcast, and I'm in the basement, just kind of walking around a little bit, and I hear I'm listening to a podcast, and I hear hello, this older lady's voice, and because I was wearing the headphones, and because it was so drowned out, I thought it was in the podcast. I thought I was hearing a lady's voice in the podcast, and I was like, what And I was like, no, I can't be. And then it clicked in my head, oh shit, someone's here. I took off my headphones, and I'm at the bottom of the steps, and I see my hand with the door open going, hello, is anyone here? And I made like eye contact, or at least like I didn't like try to make eye contact. It was pretty obvious like she saw me. And then she's wearing, I got a sense where she's wearing, what can I say? She's wearing,
okay. The thingy.
yeah, she's wearing the diaper. Is the diaper okay to say?
Oh yeah.
I like thingy, but whatever.
The diaper, as long as I don't say the M word, right?
Well, yes.
Yeah.
Can I say muzzle? Is that?
Go ahead.
That'll work.
I'll just say diaper. I'll just say the diaper. So she's wearing the diaper, and so that freaked me out in itself. Like, you know, like so she's wearing the diaper. She's got the door open. She's trying to see if someone's home. Because there were like I think like my parents were gone, but like our cars were here, like one of them. So I guess she assumed. So I'm just not in the mood. Like I saw that diaper. I don't really want to talk to her anyway. And I'm listening to a podcast. I'm trying to like. I was just not in the fucking. I was not.
Yeah.
So I was really rude. Like I don't even care. She was just like. She said something, but like again, I put my headphones back in, and I was like, yeah, I gotta go. I was I gotta go, and I like said it real loud, and I just walked out of the basement door because there's a door to get to the outside. So then I'm like. I walk outside and I'm like kind of hiding on the side of the house because I don't know what she's gonna do. So I kind of noticed that she was walking in the backyard because I don't know if she was going to my shed. I don't know. Like I was hiding in the side of the yard, and then I like walked around the house into the front door because she was outside. I ran up to my room. I don't know what she did. She hung around for like 10 minutes until she finally left. But yeah, she's persistent. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She might knock on the door.
That'd be great. Well, we can hope. Looks like Jason. We got Jason Sum in the chat. I don't know if you can see it, Matt, but he's defending Google/YouTube.
Yeah, I'm not. Someone killing on YouTube is not what we're talking about. That's
yeah. I've never done.
Understand.
I've never done nor plan to do that.
Yeah, well, I can understand why they would. They've never had gore like that on this. You know what I mean? Like this place is never. You can never have porn or gore or extreme violence like that on this website since it started. So I don't, and I understand that because that makes perfect sense. You can't have you got to go to different websites for that stuff. That makes perfect sense.
And that's exactly where I do go for that stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So what we're talking about is the million other things they censor.
Yeah, all we're doing is talking. Yeah, we can understand censoring, real murder, but speech.
Yeah,
they've been doing it since the Constitution was written.
But maybe since it is a movie channel, that was a nice story. Thank you for your story.
Yeah.
Just in case Jason's wondering, we've actually got Matt Heagerty here on Skype versus just chat. In case Jason's wondering, so this is a first. A holiday test with this.
What? Yeah, but then the news will show. It's funny because the news has the license to show homicide videos.
Right. Well, yeah. Gotcha.
That's what they were created.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like it's. I will never defend this site or any of these sites that are doing this censoring. To me, there's zero excuse for it. The way I see it, if you, I don't know how this is acceptable. Like in America, they're like, well, other countries don't have freedom of speech. Like, well, they do. Well, we're supposed to in this country, and you run in this country, so get out of this country then. Stop using the infrastructure of this. Because they take a lot of tax credits and our money. They act like Google isn't some tax funded. Like if there's ultimate private corporation, they're really not. They're in bed with the government. It's been pretty obvious. A lot of these corporations. So, as far as I see, they shouldn't be able to censor anything.
Well, so I hear you've seen the new Matrix movie.
Right? What's
I
Jason
guess I
saying?
can't. But did I go too far? I probably should.
No, you didn't.
You may have.
What? I think. Can you still talk about Google censoring, or is that still?
We'll find out.
I feel like you have before, though. I don't know. Yeah, the new Matrix. Yeah, just talk. Yeah, gotta talk about what they deem worthy. Just talk about consumerism stuff, and you're good. That's all.
Yeah, new Matrix.
Did you watch it?
No, I have not.
I think the more I slept on it, it's not as good. It wasn't really good, but it wasn't as bad as I think people made it out.
It wasn't as bad as Matt thought it was going to be.
I refuse to watch the new Matrix. I feel that the first one should have been enough.
It should have been enough, but then I kind of wanted to see as a kid Neo as the one. Like I really thought that would have been amazing. Like, oh shit.
Well, they did that in the third one.
Yeah, but they did it so shitty. Well, they did it in the second one too, but I don't know. It just wasn't as good. They didn't do a good job.
No, not really. That's why I just like the first one, and I don't really watch the other ones.
Yeah, it's funny because Terminator 2 I thought was better than the first one. So
I'm not going to get started on Terminator.
You don't like Terminator, or do you like it?
Oh, well, Beth has a big problem with it because she thinks that if time travel really did exist, that the first movie couldn't happen where someone from the future impregnates a woman to have his son,
Mm-hmm.
Because in our opinion, we can't really test time travel, but in my opinion, time has to happen once all the way through first. Like you can't have someone from the future impregnate a woman to have a son that's gonna save the world, but it's something we can't test, so who knows.
Yeah.
Jason Sum in the chat brings up John Wick coming soon. I don't know or John Wick 4 coming soon. I don't know if he got the memo. It's like 2023.
Yeah, I'm not a big John Wick fan. I didn't like the first one, so.
Yeah, we watched all three of them on what the hell was it? Peacock. Yeah, and I didn't really love them much, but we just watched them because they were free with commercials. But I can see why the kids now like them with all the slam bang whatever shooting crap. But I mean, all the shooting movies now is like digital muzzle flash, digital, all the digital gore, and even digital impacts on. Just set, the damage that caused by the bullets is often digital damage too.
Yeah. I don't know. It's a real mindless movie. Like it doesn't even have like a real plot. I don't know. Wasn't for me.
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
Well, all I'm saying is Jason in the chat brought up John Wick 4 coming soon, so I just wanted to include him.
I don't watch John Wick for the shoot 'em up bang bang. I actually watch it for the sub story.
I don't even know what was the sub story. I thought it was like his dog died.
No, it was not just his dog. It was the last gift that his wife gave him, and he left being an assassin to find happiness with this one woman, and then they can't even let him have peace and mourn her death before they kill his dog and start a whole new mafia war.
That's right. Yeah, I forgot what the plot was about.
That's what people get people get hung up in all the violence that they forget what the story is. Yeah. I just watch it for the story, not for the bang bang. You can ask Nate. I fall asleep during the bang bang, and I wake up for the story.
Yeah. There's 4 of them though. They're really milking that franchise. I guess people watch it, so.
I was pissed when the 4th one was like hinted at. I was like, "Are you serious?"
Yeah, before we saw them, I always kind of thought, they added that word onto the 3rd one, antebellum or whatever the hell the word was. I didn't know what that meant until we watched the movie, but I always thought that was some word meaning I thought the 3rd one was going to be the last one. Would have been a nice little trilogy.
Yeah, but if they're making money.
But as long as they keep making money, right?
I mean, look at Friday the 13th. There's 12 of them, 13 of them. Well, I know you only watched the first 7, but that's still a lot.
Yeah, people complain about them milking franchises now. It's like they've been doing it since
forever.
So I mean, they milked them more. Yeah, with Friday the 13th. You want to talk about milking a franchise?
Thank you.
Okay, yeah, I'm triggered.
I don't mind them milking good franchises though. Like I don't know. Like I don't have a problem with it. Like if the movies are good, I don't care if they milk them. Like,
well, because they did the same thing with Freddy Krueger as they did with Jason, as they did with like 3 or 4 of the 80s movies. They just kind of pulled into as many movies as they could. I mean, Poltergeist has what, 4?
3.
3? Okay, I was close. Amityville has how many?
Oh, it's uncountable. So Jason says Atomic Blonde, 100 times better than John Wick, but the internet buried it because it was too smart dealing with real history events. Yeah, I haven't seen Atomic Blonde. What about Matt?
I don't. I've never heard of it. And when we say real history events, how can any of us prove what was a real history event?
Well, right.
If we can't, if we weren't. I mean, they clearly write history as they want, so I don't believe any history.
Well, that's why it's his story. History, his story.
Yeah, his story, exactly. And sometimes they leave the other sides. I mean, every now and again they'll leave the other side, their history a little bit and their side of the story, but most of the time they wipe it out, and God knows how much they delete and burn the books. And I don't. Histories. I don't know.
So moving on from controversial stuff, we've got Dr. Rock in the chat.
Hey, Dr. Rock.
Are you watching the chat, Matt, or not?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, a little bit. I see it's picking up now.
So Dr. Rock says, still making Children of the Corn's Puppet Masters. Yeah, if you can call what the recent Puppet Masters have become movies. But yeah, that's true. Let's see here. Jason says the cold weather happened.
Well, the cold weather could have happened, but we don't know we'll never know the real details.
Is this back to Atomic Blonde?
Are we talking about weather, or what are we talking about?
Is that something?
Well, you said the cold weather happened, and I was going with the weather instead of using the real words.
I'm tying it back to Atomic Blonde. Is that what you're trying to say, Jason?
Oh, I never saw that movie. I didn't know it was about the cold weather.
Well, he's saying that in Atomic Blonde, they tied in too many.
Oh, he said the Cold War happened. Okay, I don't want to talk about political shit. Let's see. Dr. Rock says hi. Austin Wilcutt's here. He says, hey there. Jason says Cold War. Yeah, let's just talk about movies. We might have already overdone it.
No, I think as long as you don't talk about, the thingy, you're good. Like, you can talk about all this other stuff. I've never seen anyone.
Yeah, that's a good point. So, as long as it's not current events.
Yeah, current events regarding the diapers and stuff, and the liquid medicines and stuff like that.
Thingies. So Austin says he's got the Puppet Master trunk set.
Oh, fun.
So is that the Blu-ray? I hear it's cheaply made. Was it cheaply made? Jason says, yeah, it takes place before the fall. Okay, so he's talking about Cold War. Have fun, Jason, with the Cold War.
Yeah, that was the boogeyman of the 80s, the 70s. We got new boogeyman.
Yeah, that went from what, the 50s to the end of the 80s?
Yeah, pretty long time. Yeah,
that was still going on in the 90s.
No, the fall of the Berlin Wall in ’89 was the. But
they were still talking about it into the 90s.
Yeah, and they still go on about it. They still bring them up, like now there's multiple. There's bigger boogeymans that are invisible now, but they still bring up.
Hey.
That boogeyman.
I don't have to talk as much because Matt's here. This is good. But yes, I am officially in the room. You're saying something, Matt?
Oh, I pretty much said what I was going to say about the boogeyman. I don't talk about boogeyman because they don't exist. Like,
well, yeah, they do.
No, the boogeyman is just a folktale, scary story. Like, boogeyman doesn't exist.
Oh, he's talking about the boogeyman.
Oh, yeah, the boogeyman doesn't exist, but the boogie people do. They're all in the office.
Oh, the people, but like the folktale, what they use to scare you.
You should see Nate's face.
Doesn't exist. What they use to, scare you doesn't exist. But yeah, the people are real.
Then you tell that to Sam and Dean Winchester.
Oh, she's a big Supernatural fan. So Austin says, yes, the Blu-ray Puppet Master set, as far as cheaply made, it's pretty solid for what it is. The standard box set is cheaply made, though. Okay, well, I'm glad that your hard-earned money was not wasted. I heard that. I mean, it's possible some of them are cheaply made and some not so much, but In case
have you ever?
Go ahead.
No, have you ever? Am I the first one that's been a guest on the show? Have you had Austin or?
Yeah, this is a first time. So
yeah, you're the first guest other than me.
We were gonna hope to try it today, and then when I saw you showed up early, I'm like, well, let's see if we can get them on for show start. That's kind of fun.
Wow, are you gonna do more guests or?
Yeah, this might be something to do. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea.
Yeah,
that's probably. I kind of wanted to do something like that if I ever live stream again. I on the one hand, you got to be careful because they have to self-censor themselves now. You know, it's like you got to be careful who you let on to talk because if they say something and then you know what I mean, the video gets taken down.
Well, right.
So, but yeah, I think most of your guests understand, you know, the climate we're living in, and I don't know.
I hope so. So Gary Page is here. He says, "Hi everyone. Paramount kept on making the Friday the 13th sequels because they were cheap and made a ton of cash." Yeah, obviously I'm biased to the Friday the 13th franchise as it's my favorite, but I mean it's because you grew up with it, you know. So
yeah,
you can understand why. Welcome, Gary, and to anyone who's wondering, did I just say this? I can't remember, but we've got for the very first time, what's your name? Matt Heagerty. Matt Heagerty on Skype here. So this will probably be something that, like I say, we do moving forward. That's kind of cool.
It'd be fun to have at least one person on live chat, even if it's not a Nate and Beth show, even if it's just a Nate huge movie fanatic
they like Beth. I don't know if they'll like me, so it might not be something, you know.
Well, you have more video input than I do, so don't put yourself down.
Well, it doesn't mean it doesn't mean Nate's guests will like me. It's you know.
Well,
they like Beth. They said they like Beth, but you know.
Well, try a girl voice, Matt.
Yeah.
I think they like anyone but Nate's voice, because if it's just one voice on the radio, they might not like. They want to break up the monotony and make it a duality.
I've had people say my voice is soothing, so it could have been sarcastic though, but
it puts me to sleep.
They came to this channel for Nate's videos. That's how they found. They came here for Nate. You know, they didn't come here necessarily for me or anyone else.
See?
So it's just like, you know, if someone comes to my channel and wants to I live stream, I mean, they were here, I would imagine, for me first, and then anyone else, it's like, well, you don't know if they'll like them, you know?
It's a test. We'll see what happens.
It's a test,
like Will Powell.
So we've also got Will Powell from the UK. He says, "Happy holidays, folks." I kind of edited it. Welcome, Will.
I think you can say that. You can say.
Yeah, but I choose not to.
Oh, why? Why do you choose that?
Well, because you don't need. The only time I say Christ is when I say Christ.
He says it as a swear word, and I say it as a real person. So this is where me and Nate differ.
Oh, shit.
So we choose not to say anything about it. So we just say holiday.
Oh, okay.
We break it down the middle and agree to disagree.
Gotcha.
That might be...
I just don't say anything at all. I don't say holiday. I don't say Merry whatever.
But
I ignore that it exists.
Well, some people put an X there, and I guess that's okay.
I guess I feel like people that are gracious enough to show up to the show and say something, I shouldn't just ignore them. So that's the way I look at it.
No, yeah.
But I was saying before the story even started that someone would say that. So
Jason Sum says, he says, but the 80s was pure excess. Everyone was coked up out of their mind and blowing money to make money. And that's true. The 80s
was fun.
I don't think you were coked up.
I didn't really live. I was born in '89, so I didn't.
Oh, okay. We finally got Matt's age. Thank you.
I know how old you are.
Amanda's age.
Yeah.
Okay.
How about that?
Beth's got a friend, so they're born in '89 as well. So
okay.
We hang out with Amanda. So
she's young. Okay, so she's younger.
Your age. So we've got Austin says, I will say the transfer for Puppet Master 1 isn't too good, but the sequels are decent. Yeah, we've talked about that. Their first Blu-rays weren't so hot, but what you gonna do? It's ironic that the best one is the worst Blu-ray quality, but
you'd think they'd spend more time on the first one since it is the introduction of it.
Well, they didn't.
Well, they suck.
we can hear? Is you got a fan or a heater on there, Matt?
Oh, do you want me to turn it off?
Oh no, I was just wondering.
Is it too loud?
It's fine. I was just being inquisitive.
Yeah, let me turn it down. Is it better there?
Yeah, it's better, but we don't want you to freeze either. We'll.
No, it's I use it for white noise, so.
Oh, okay.
It's not even. Yeah, I don't use it.
You don't like purple noise or pink noise? It has to be white.
Well,
that's racist, isn't it?
I'm just messing with you.
It could be black noise. It's just what I say white noise.
Because black noise matters. You walked into that one, Matt. You really did.
They do categorize the different white, like white, black, whatever. There is separate categories for like the frequencies.
Oh, okay.
Like, yeah, I don't know how they.
But you're partial to the white variety. Okay.
No, I'm really not.
No.
I just call it white noise because it's a fan, but it's.
No, Matt. I just opened up a door and you walked right through it, so I could say.
I know.
Black noise matters.
So Will says Will missed the 80s. He was born in 91. Everyone, we're all dropping our birth
Such a
years.
baby. Yes.
I think Gary's 50. What?
Is the fan coming through the mic? I thought.
No, it's fine. I can't even hear it now.
I can't hear it now.
Okay. I thought they had like noise blocking for stuff like that, but
nah, not on this show.
No, I thought Skype itself had like.
Oh.
Maybe I don't know if Skype does. Some of these programs will do like noise canceling for stuff like that. I don't know how well it works though.
Well, we don't want you to be cold, so if it's a heater, turn it on.
Oh no, it's not a heater. No, I have a separate heater, which isn't even that loud.
Oh, he was just turning it on for the
noise.
Yeah, the noise. Yeah,
the all-inclusive noise.
Okay.
To block out any annoying neighbors.
Your aunt.
No, my
looks like chat's really picking up.
All right, just give me a second here to read Jason's sum. He's actually okay. See, so Jason says the Puppet Master 4K release is horrid. I didn't think there was a 4K release of Puppet Master. He says Full Moon doesn't know how to master in 2K and 4K. That's why the UHD disc is dirt cheap. I didn't think there was a 4K release of Puppet Master. Maybe I think there is of that stupid Puppet Master. The Littlest Reich, though, I haven't seen that. Gary says, growing up in the 80s was weird here. We were told the Russians were going to bomb us. Oh, yeah, we were getting that in the States as well, the Russians.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. And we don't even know if those big bad weapons even exist that they say they were going to use.
Here we go.
Well, I didn't say the words, so I'm just saying.
That's
like
true.
I said, it's another boogeyman. We were told, they could wipe but yeah, I won't get into it.
Yay.
Said it. Everything's.
Well, I don't know if I said this online or not, but my theory with all the bad news. No, I just want to say it once.
You'll be all right as long as you don't say the exact word.
No.
And again, you can talk about.
But see, here's my theory about
these are old boogeymen. They don't care about anymore.
Oh no! But here's my theory about how news started to spread. So before it was fires, the smoke screen. Then it became people moved in closer. So then it was Pony Express. And then it was the radio?
Well,
yeah, the radio was huge.
What about newspaper?
Yeah. Oh, newspaper. I missed newspaper.
Yeah,
so
newspaper,
it was Pony Express to newspapers, newspapers to radio, radio to TV, TV to internet. And now we can 10 seconds after something happens know exactly what it is to spread the bad news.
It's not good. It's not good.
So the more faster the world came to spreading the bad news, the worse it got.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of my theory.
So, Gary,
it's like a 1-to-1 correlation. Like the faster the internet became, the
faster the bad news spread. See?
Yeah, exactly. And also not even just like the internet, but just like now the internet's with you all the time.
Exactly. I mean, kids fall asleep with it.
Yep. Yeah, they get a notification in the middle of the night or something.
Yeah.
What about don't you have some nephew that's got 4 iPads and 3 that are constantly charging?
Oh, yeah, my smallest nephew, he's like 11, and he's got 4 iPads that are constantly charging one after another to keep him entertained all day.
Because he can't survive if one's dead and he doesn't
can't go outside and throw a ball?
No, he brings it into the place of rest while he uses that place, and he has to have it with him at all times. He falls asleep holding it.
Blanket, yeah.
Yeah, it's a security blanket.
Falls asleep holding EMF radiation.
Yep, pretty much.
Because we don't know, because they've come out and said that, oh yeah, we think this is not good for kids. All this,
now that they're
radiation
hooked on
from
it.
the boats.
Now that they're hooked on
we might not be a good idea to have this. It's like, yeah, you think? But,
Gary Page is happy that I age dropped him. He says, "Thanks, Nate. I'm old fart. That's okay."
Gary Page.
Yeah, Gary Page is 50 or something. So.
Well, good for him.
Austin says Littlest Reich has 4K disc. Yeah, that's what I think Jason was talking about. Jason says, but the new. Oh, okay.
Can't talk about the news. But...
Yeah. I guess he says the news always focus on the bad. Yeah.
Yeah, but most of the stuff they focus on, I'm not even going to say the news because I don't want the algorithm. The algorithm is.
Well, what's that one movie that you and I went to go see at the drive-in that I think bit off of one of your shorts?
Oh yeah, Tomorrowland. Yeah.
Tomorrowland is all in there.
Anyway, so yeah, Gary says he's heard a lot of Russian missiles they used to. Yeah, I'm not going to read all that. So Jason says, okay, if I forgot to name the Puppet Master 4K, watched it once. Yeah, that's the name. Okay, Littlest Reich. Okay, so sounds so far so good with no aunt. Sounds like I didn't hear no knocking.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't know if she's here yet. Yeah, she's probably gonna be here later. She might not be here until. I don't know. It's
So
I might have to.
Your brother and his kids are Thanksgiving and Christmas is your aunt?
She just comes when my mom invites her for this stuff.
Okay.
I don't know. It's
Why would your mom invite her unless just torture you?
Yeah, just exactly right. There you go. Hit the nail on the head. I don't know, because they like her for some reason.
Really?
I don't really talk to my family.
I haven't even met the woman, so I apologize in advance for your aunt.
Well, there's no reason to apologize.
Well, I know I do stuff to my kids just to annoy them, so.
Well, yeah. It's not a fan of these holidays. I like Halloween though. It's the only
Halloween's
holiday
like the only holiday that I actually participate in.
I used to actually really enjoy 4th of July like 10 years ago, and then I was like, wow, this is
then your aunt came over? No.
No, then America, then it's like, well, what freedom are we celebrating?
So it's True Colors?
Yeah,
it only took them over 200 years.
Yeah, and it was always fun. I used to shoot off fireworks and stuff. I used to enjoy it, but now I'm just like, there's nothing to celebrate.
Of course, then you were like 21, right?
I'm talking when I was like 10, 11, I used to shoot off fireworks.
Oh, okay.
4th of July, yeah.
I thought you said 10 years ago. Sorry.
No, 10 years ago, I used to still kind of like it.
Oh, I did hear you correctly.
That's all right. And then, I don't know. It just gradually, like you said, every year, I just was like, yeah, what are we celebrating? And then 2020 was the nail in the coffin. I'm like,
this anyway,
not exist.
Austin says Full Moon can't afford 4K. Ain't that the truth? Jason says, yeah, they can barely afford digital. Yeah, Full Moon is counting on people to sign up for their streaming. Gary says,
when DriveIn open?
When does the
Sorry.
Yeah, if you want to read the chat.
Oh yeah, when did the DriveIn open up again in Minnesota?
That's not until
May?
I think April if we're lucky. But all the snow's not even necessarily gone by April, but
late April, early May.
Now let me ask you about the drive-in. Is that? Can I say 2020 because that's when it opened up, right?
What do you mean? What do you mean that's when it opened up? No, it's been.
Did you always have a drive-in before?
Yeah, we've had Valley High drive-in.
I didn't know that.
Sorry.
I didn't know that because I didn't have drive-in theaters. Drive-in theaters were like gone near me, and then in 2020 they came back.
We're really lucky that this drive-in has lasted ever since. When does it say?
Okay.
66.
Yeah, it's been around forever.
Now, but I don't remember you talk. Did you talk about it before, like going to it? I don't.
Yeah, we've talked about it a few times.
Before 2020, I mean.
Yeah, maybe a little bit in the videos here and there. I mean, I didn't even start doing the show till this year, so.
That's true.
But on movie reviews, I guess it comes up, but very infrequently. All I'll say is I might not even say drive-in. I just said we saw this. I mean, so
let me ask you.
Go ahead.
How often do you go to the drive? Is that like all you go to versus the regular corporate shitty? I fucking hate the new theaters.
Yeah,
we did that before everything hit the fan. We did regular movie theaters at least 2 or 3 times a year.
Well, there was a local one here that's like a non-corporate, so we went to there.
That's good.
A lot. And then we do the drive-in up to 4 times a year.
But last year or this year was only 2 times. Both times I talked about it a little bit in the radio shows. No, it was more the other patrons. It was like we'd always get right next to some jerkweed.
The people who think that they deserve to be the center of attention, and they just they ruin it for everybody else. Like they bring in alcohol and they're not supposed to, so they're like half drunk before the movie even starts, and they're acting like idiots.
And no one goes up and says anything to them, or
no, but they see us.
Yeah, that's so funny because I video record all of our trips. There was this one fat security guard driving by in his golf cart that chewed us out because I had the video camera going while it was still daylight.
You gotta record the movie? Look at the screen behind you.
No, he said you gotta turn that camera off. It's broad daylight. I'm like, why? There's no movie playing. You better turn it off before the movie starts.
Yeah, but they'll pick on us, but they're not gonna throw out the drunks that are making and the people who smoke, other than tobacco.
It really tells you something. It tells you you're the problem, not them. That's kind of what they're saying. They're like, no, you pulling out your phone when you're, I don't know. It's just you're the quiet, reserved. They don't want you there, right? They don't. That or they're just too scared to do anything about.
Well, I think part of it is they think that we're going to broadcast what we are recording.
Sure.
Yeah, like we're going to sell this drive-in movie with all this ambient noise online for what? It's already been out for 3 months. If they haven't seen it by now, they're not going to want our copy of it.
But how can you bitch at someone for recording? It's like it's pre-crime, like that movie Minority Report. Mm-hmm. Like it wasn't even dark yet. There's no movie playing. We're not doing anything wrong yet.
We're recording memories, and they're yelling at us.
But Jason says, do you think it's impressive Vinegar Syndrome got the licensing rights to Thriller, A Cruel Picture, and The Dead Heat, both films given a epic UHD Blu-ray? Both films actually deserve a new spotlight. Yeah, I've never heard of those movies, so I don't have any thoughts about it. And then Jason says, when you're paying $15 a ticket, you gotta be a drunk.
That's true. No, but this drive-in, it was like what? I think it's $9 a person.
Nah, 10. But I mean, if you get two movies and a night full of drunks next to you, so it's worth it. Gary says, ha ha ha, the kid being carried out stiff as a board. Oh yeah.
That's not a baby doll?
Yeah. Hey Matt, did you see them really short drive-in clips on this channel?
Yeah, I can't. I sort of vaguely remember some kid. What happened with the kid again? It's been a while.
Well, I think older sister that was her only way of getting the kid back to the car, just threw the younger brother over her shoulder, and the kid was like a limp rag doll. It was just hilarious.
And I cried out. That's not a baby doll.
You should have told the security guard I'm just documenting child abuse.
Yeah.
Maybe. And that we'll have to keep that for future record.
Well, like I say,
if we even go back, I mean,
after this year's experience with drive-in police, I don't know.
You're just gonna go to regular theater?
I don't even think we'll do that anymore. I mean, we can get everything through different services.
We might drag ourselves to the I mean, this isn't the first year that I've said I don't want to go back. I mean,
he said it every year.
I say it every year.
Yeah.
See,
because when you have a good, the thing is, when you have a good experience, it's like, oh, that was good. You know, it's like you kind of. It's not every time you have a shitty experience.
Well, it was kind of like one of our first adventures together when we began dating. So it kind of became a thing for us to do it at least once a year, just for us.
And do they play? How do the drive-ins work now? Do they play the audio through like a big PA? outside?
They used to see back in the 50s and stuff in the heyday, you know, everyone would have pull up next to the pole with the speaker and put the speaker on their window. Okay. But so what was cool about this drive-in until last year is the first 3 rows still had those ancient speakers you could hang on your car, but everyone can listen to now it's nothing but like FM stations. So you just dial it in on the radio or AM, your car.
FM.
Yeah. I would imagine that's the thing about these human beings. You would think that, you're spaced out, you're in your own little cocoon of a car. It would be pretty hard to piss off the person next to you, but when humans get even a little bit more space, they'll just make more noise. It's like, you would think, but no, then they're like, I'm just going to blast my sub now. I'm just going to scream. You know?
I've got, go ahead, Beth.
No, go ahead.
I've got this picture from the last drive-in we went to of this guy who was being loud with he's got like pants. Did he have like cargo pants on and no shirt? He was standing on top of his truck. I got a picture that it's like drive-in. What was it? Anarchists.
Yeah. And the poor little girl. I hope it wasn't related, but
yeah, I think so.
There was a child with them that was being influenced by their stupidity, and I feel sorry for the child.
It was like drive-in Mad Max era.
Oh goodness, yes.
Let me quick or Matt can, if Matt can see Jason Sums, he can read a comment from
you make me read the long one?
Which one?
The last one on chat.
One theater that's a major chain throughout the Midwest will not let you sit where you want. The ticket store in the evening are $14. You spend that much, you can sit where you want.
Wow.
Those old speakers you hang on the glass window were utter garbage at the drive-in. The speakers always sound blown and broken.
That's true.
That's because people put them up too high. But no, they had those up until 17, 18.
No, that was all the way up until last year.
Oh, okay.
Last year.
I know we went last year and they didn't have them anywhere.
Right. Because of last year, anything you could. I'm not going to say it. We'll just say because of last year, the speakers are now gone forever. But
now I would be worried. Do they jump your battery? I'd be worried that like my battery would die.
Right. We just started bringing a little battery powered radio.
Mm-hmm.
Because I hear you. Yeah, we don't want to. The guy next to us this year actually killed his battery, but it's nice of them. They do come and jump your battery for you.
They do. Remember Jeep guy?
Oh my God! Tell the story, Beth. This was maybe in 2019. Tell the story, Beth.
I don't know. It was before. Was it before or after the movies? I think it was before the movies.
Well, I think started. It was in intermission. So after one, before the other one.
Oh, this guy with this brand new Jeep. What year do you think it was?
I don't know. It didn't have to be brand new, but anyway, his 4-door Jeep Wrangler and his girlfriend
had a locking hood. And they couldn't get the lock to unlock. They couldn't find the keys or whatever. So
the keys weren't working.
The keys weren't working?
Like, I don't know if you know how the Jeep
Wranglers... He was paying more attention than I was.
Jeep Wranglers hoods work, where they don't actually lock. They just have the 2 straps, one on each side, that you pull off, and anyone can open the hood. So this guy had separate locking mechanism on each little thing, and he couldn't get them unlocked. So what happened, Beth?
He beat the crap out of his own vehicle to open up his hood.
Well, he's pounding on the locks, and he was, hitting. He damaged and dented like next to, the hood next to where the locks were and stuff. And I have this on video.
Yeah, we do. Maybe you can share a clip of it. And then a few months after that drive-in, we pull up to a store and we pull up right next to that same Jeep. Because the locks were all messed up and we remembered it.
Because he also had stickers on his vehicle. Yeah. He had one of them stickers that has the stupid thing
where the upside down.
So it says beer. It's like, okay, buddy.
Yeah. I was laughing my ass off without laughing too loud, because here he is, this brand spanking new, like, I'm going to impress everybody's Jeep, and he's beating the shit out of it because he can't open up the hood.
They must have killed the battery when we're trying to jump it, but they couldn't get the hood open to jump it.
Mm-hmm. That was funny. See, that's why we go to the drive-in, for stuff like that.
Right. We go there to mainly watch people, not the movies. I've often said, when the movies start, that's when you can leave.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Wow.
It was fun.
That was fun.
But we have 4 people possibly listening and 1 hitchhiker. So thank you for the hitchhiker, guys, whoever gave it to us. Hope everyone's enjoying the show that we're like improving today, as always. But with our special guest, Matt. Thank you, Matt, for showing up again. That was really nice of you.
Not a problem. Thanks for doing the show.
Yeah, I think the Nate and Beth shows really depend on my personal life. And if I'm up for it, I'll do it. And if not, I don't.
Right.
I don't really have a set schedule.
You work a lot, or?
I work 40 plus hours a week, and then I've got other stuff going on.
Too much for me.
Yeah, and they don't even pay me enough. But that's a whole other.
Yeah.
Oh, get another hitchhiker. Thank you. You were saying that?
That was me.
I'm really bad at talking over people. What were you saying?
Does anyone pay enough these days? I mean,
depends on what you're doing. See, if you're supervisor and above, then you actually get decent wages. But if you're just one of the little worker bees like I am, they give you as many pennies without breaking their own bank.
Yeah.
Austin says he doesn't go to theaters anymore because there's nothing worth seeing anymore. I can agree with that.
Yeah.
What year is your Wrangler, Nate?
So that's a little personal. I think we'll let you guys wonder about that.
It's a used Wrangler, but it's still in good condition. Of course, it's Nate, so it's going to be in pristine condition until it's 100 years old. I said
you don't drive the Miata anymore?
I guess I got lazy with that. Plus, with what happened last year into this year, like I don't go in as many places anymore. Yeah. So I've been really lazy with the Miata, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm. Well, I would think with the gas going up, you'd want to get back into that thing versus the Wrangler.
That's very true, but I'm too lazy. Jason,
what do you get? Like 15? Probably get like 15 miles.
Yeah, 15 or less. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you talking about Wrangler?
But it's a cool ride.
Yeah, 15 or less. Yeah. It's over 5, I think, for sure.
It's about the same as my Chevy, and I just have a little 4-door. So his Jeep and my 4-door average about the same mile per hour. So
miles per gallon, you mean?
Whatever.
Miles per hour. That depends on how hard you push on the gas.
Exactly.
Yeah, the gas is dead. Gas is getting high. You're gonna need that hybrid.
Nah.
For some, I hate hybrids.
I'd rather have something reliable.
Well, the Prius is pretty reliable. Who would want to drive that thing?
I saw a Tesla on the side of the road. That was freaking hilarious.
Well, Tesla's a piece of shit. Tesla's an absolute garbage company. I wouldn't tell anyone to buy those cars.
So Jason says newer cars are overly complicated to use. Some gas buttons are hidden. I don't know what that means.
Gas buttons?
That may be to open the gas tank flap. I don't know what that means.
I think so.
Well, there's a lot of stuff that you have to the buttons. Yeah, there's like a weird. Yeah, it's not like
it's
not very intuitive anymore.
Yeah, looks like we got Versimilitude 86. He says he went to the drive-in and last week he's in. Unfortunately, he's in frickin' Australia, so I don't even know how they let him get out of the house.
Oh.
But he went to the first drive-in last week for the first time in 20 years. He saw the new Resident Evil.
Is that good?
It definitely is a great experience. I don't know if he means the drive-in or the movie, but yeah, the drive-in's fun. Jason says working 44 plus hours within a 3-day period is rough. I don't know, he's joking. I don't know what he's
kind of feels like it. No, it's 5-day work weeks, but it's 40 hours plus a week.
Are you able to breathe freely at your job at least?
Am I supposed to be able to do what?
Oh.
Can you breathe without
I
restriction?
cannot. But see,
Can you breathe without restriction, Slade?
Don't say any brands.
No. I've got this little thing that I do where I like to breathe, so I'll have my whatever just below my nose, and people don't talk to me.
I don't know what we can say.
It's just below my nose. I like oxygen.
Oh, you can't say you like oxygen in 2021.
No one at work has made me say anything different.
Nate, I'll say this because I think we'll be all right to say this. But do you? I always remember growing up as a kid hearing adults say this, like old. You've probably heard this joke before. I'd imagine both of you. Do you remember as a kid always hearing like, "Oh, if the government could tax the air, they would."
Oh, right. No,
Don't you remember hearing that as a kid all the time? Oh, if the government would tax the air you breathe, they would, and it's just like, ooh, like,
I haven't heard that one. That's good.
Well, yeah, don't they have cans of air in the movie Spaceballs? Don't they?
Yeah, they do. Spaceballs.
And actually, the original on Mars, the original Total Recall, they turn off the air on the citizens on Mars.
No, they knew what was going on. Yeah, they knew what was up.
Yeah, one of my authority people walked up to me one day and said, "I see that you're actually breathing." I said, "Yeah, I've been kind of addicted since birth."
Oh.
Did they say it as a joke, or were they actually like trying to discipline you?
This person, I don't know, was kind of serious about it, like nudging me to replace what should be there. And I just went up to the person and said, I don't know, I'm kind of addicted to this thing since birth, so I kind of like breathing.
Yeah,
and from that day forward, that person hasn't talked to me about it. It's like
the oxygen, You know, like,
how about
my blood?
How about this? Last year, I was in a store in the mall, and I used to just have we'll just say something around my neck, and some employee came up to me and says, "You got to wear, whatever," and I said, "I am wearing it." And she walked away.
You are wearing it.
I had it was because I would never put the diaper above my nose. Like I never would breathe through the diaper.
That's what I do at work.
Yeah, so and then there are times I never wore the thing at all in the store. I wouldn't even bring it in the store, So, but the times that I did have it on, which was most of the time I did have it on because I just didn't feel like dealing with fucking people.
Yeah.
But every now and again I would be like, I'm not wearing this fucking thing. I just go in the store without it.
I'd have it really loose.
But I had one time an employee said something out of all the time. I didn't go out that much. Like I barely went out after this shit happened. But I had one confrontation, and it wasn't much of a confrontation because I shut it down real fast. I was at Best Buy, and these people are like, they act like little rats or something. They just out of nowhere, they're just like, what the fuck? Yeah. I'm just looking at the video games, and I have it below my nose, the diaper. That's all I have it on, but it's below my nose. So it wasn't even like your situation, Nate, where it was like, oh, you weren't even.
It was really loose that day.
Yeah, because I never had anyone ever say shit when So I'm just sitting there looking at the video games, and I see with the peripheral of my vision to the left, and I hear it like this middle-aged woman go, "Sir, can you put it above your nose?"
Be like, ma'am, no, I can't.
I got so angry, I couldn't even speak for like 10 seconds. I'm not kidding. I was filled with so much rage and adrenaline that I had to like compose myself before. Like I didn't even look over at her because I was that bad.
Nice.
Like I just was because it was the first time I was ever confronted about it, so I didn't know how I was going to react. But I just was overcome with I couldn't even think straight. It was
all right, Jason Banner, Mr. Banner.
Bruce
Banner.
I took like almost 10 seconds to I was like, well, what am I gonna say? I was like, I barely looked over because I didn't want to look at her, and I just said, no, this is all bullshit. Like in the most pissed off. Was that bad? Can I not say that?
No,
you can say that. No,
that was
applauding you.
Great response.
Yeah, I just said no. This is all bullshit. Like, and it took me a lot to say that because I was ready to snap. I didn't want to make it. I was with my buddy, and he was like embarrassed, so I didn't want to make it. Like I would have been. I don't care. I was ready to get kicked out of the store. I don't care, but he's more sensitive about that stuff.
Oh.
So I said no. This is all bullshit. Like really fucking mad. Like I was like I said I've gotten angry in my life, but. Yeah, but that made me so mad, like so fast. I don't know if I can ever recall in my life not being able to actually say anything because I was that mad. Like I literally couldn't think straight. Like that is such a rare thing. Even when I'm really angry, I can just spit out words like nothing. But I was just like, I can't even articulate a word right now because I'm not trying to speak. I'm But yeah, she as soon as I said it, she there was like, Best Buy has all these like aisles. Like I was in the aisle that's like perpendicular to the parallel aisles. Does that make sense? Like there's all those little aisles.
You were at a cross section,
cross section, yeah. And she just scurried off into the other, and there's like she just ran off instantly. As soon as I said
like a mouse.
she didn't say shit. It just like a rat, like a mouse. Yep.
Wow.
It reminded me of a mouse because I used to have mice all the time at my house in Philly. So it literally reminded me of a mouse the way she just scurried off.
That's hilarious.
Didn't see her, didn't hear anything about it, and I have such a bad taste in my mouth.
I'm sorry
about ever going back to that store.
No, that I only go there when I have to. We got some chat.
Let me catch.
Sorry, I was ranting.
That's okay. Let me catch up on chat. Jason says the new Resident Evil I Can Bank isn't as bad as the internet is making it out to be. The film seems to take a lot of ideas from George A. Romero's original script. Okay. Austin says employers are nothing but dictators.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
Okay, take off the taters, and they're probably right.
Are you guys still under? Is Austin? Where is he? He's in England.
No, I don't know where. No, I think he's in the States. I mean, there's nothing.
We're good where I'm at. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing here. I mean, you can go into stores like kind of normal where we are.
They request it, but that's about it.
Well, yeah, have fun with your request, Jason.
Oh, I'm in PA. I'm in a more, I'm outside of Philadelphia, so Philadelphia City is a very, they're all for this. So the surrounding city areas are very for it too. So when I just went out this morning, it's Christmas, to get some food.
Is he near your one place, the person that you listen to a lot?
What?
Is PA close to who you listen to a lot?
Oh no, he's in Washington. Beth's talking to me. He's in Washington State. So the others. Go ahead,
Other
Matt.
side.
Every time I go out to the store, like even like today, I went to a Wawa, which is like, I don't know if you ever heard of Wawa, but yeah, just like a gas station convenience store, and like only there weren't that many people in there, but every person that came in, all the employees, I think the employees have to wear the diaper, but only one other guy wasn't wearing the diaper. Like they don't have to wear it, but they every time I go out to the store, like at least half the people or more wear it willingly. So
it's a fashion statement.
Jason asks, what, I think in regards to your story, Matt, what Best Buy is that? Hold on a sec. He says Best Buy phased out their entire game section at his.
They still. It was in Delaware. I don't want to give out.
Oh, he doesn't want to. Right, he doesn't want to say exactly where. Then Jason says
it was in Delaware.
It was in Delaware, Jason. He says they'll just be becoming a hub for shipping and handling. Yeah, probably. Austin says
that's most stores, I think, now.
I think Austin's talking to Matt. He says you got mad because you have other adults treating you like a child. It's disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's even worse. Yeah, it's that, and it's also what this whole thing stands for and where it's going that really enrages me.
Well, right.
Because March 2020, I knew where this was headed. Like, you know what I mean? I knew what this was all about. So, so I knew what this symbolized. And if, I knew that if you complied with this, then we were headed to, like I said, the road to hell is paved with good intentions. And that's where we're going.
Well, I think it's caught on so quickly because of the newer generation thinks it's fun.
Yeah, like teenagers, I think, actually kind of liked putting that crap on their face last year.
I don't know if they believed it, though. I think they just lied to them. I don't know. Did they believe it, or they just like put it on their face?
I'd say it was both. I'd say most young people believe it, but it was kind of something new and fashionable for them, I think. But Austin's in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. I remember that.
Oklahoma, okay.
Versatility.
Is that a state? One of the states that got hit with the tornadoes?
Oh shit! Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Austin.
Because I thought Oklahoma was definitely a tornado state.
Yeah, I hope not. Well, Austin obviously
survived.
So. Yeah, he's sitting in the rubble on his computer.
He's on his Oh, did you see the picture of the video of the dude playing piano without it just took off the roof of the whole house, but
no.
The rest of the house was intact and the piano was still there. It was
no, I didn't.
He was just playing piano, and I was like, it wasn't because usually these cheap ass houses, the way they build it's amazing how I get it economically because I built this shed and I understand economically it's really cheap to use wood. So, but it's like if you live in Tornado Alley, it's like wouldn't you want to not build your house out of like how most Americans build it with its what you would think you want to use brick or cement. I mean it's more expensive, but guess what?
It's more stable.
Today's gonna come and rip your roof right off.
Come on, learn from the Three Little Pigs, people.
But even building it out of wood, from what I understand, like it's mainly the doors and windows. It's like once those get busted in a tornado,
it's like an airplane.
Once the pressure comes into your house, then it rips the roof off. So
it's like
I don't think it's so much that the roof can't handle it. It's like no, it can't handle it when the windows and doors are busted and then the air pressure and it gets in, it just rips it right off. It's like if that wasn't the case, then I don't think even most people's roofs they'd probably get messed up, but like not ripped off. Like they get ripped up. Like that roof was literally just ripped off in that dude's house, completely clean.
Yeah, that's what insurance is for. Supposedly.
But I hate that mentality, though.
Mm-hmm.
I hate that mentality of like, that's what insurance. That's why we have insurance. It's like, if we didn't have insurance, then people would be like, oh, I better not drive like an idiot because I'm liable for my car and the damages that I cause. Oh, I better build a house that can withstand what?
They got to catch me first.
Exactly. I better build a house that can withstand the elements of where I live, Because it ends up costing more in the long run. Yeah. Having to replace roofs and houses every other year, it seems like. I mean, it's just that if you look at it from like an economic standpoint.
Well, look at cars. Cars were once made out of steel. Now they're made out of fiberglass. Because it's cheaper.
Fiberglass is actually better. I don't know. No, fiberglass I don't think is cheap. I don't think fiberglass is cheaper than steel, actually.
Well, let's be real here. Most cars have plastic. Plastic bumpers.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the plastic's for it's for the crashing. In the light. I mean,
okay. What about steel? I mean, you run into steel, it might dent a little bit, but you run into fiberglass.
Well, your car
it's schwanked.
Well, most cars actually, the only cars that I know that are fiberglass, and you would actually want a fiberglass car. Fiberglass is really strong. I don't know.
Depends on how thick they make it, though.
That's true, but fiberglass also doesn't rust. So, like a Corvette is actually, I don't know about the new ones, but I think the new ones still they've been fiberglass, the body, but it dents easy because it's designed to crumple. Mm-hmm. Really, like in an accident, you don't want. If you have really strong steel, like it doesn't crumple as easy. So then you get thrown around a lot more in an accident. Like they want the cars to crumple easier, and then once they crumple, like the crumple zones are real. No, but here's the thing: the crumple zones are real thin, and they crumple easier to dissipate some of the energy. And then once it crumples in, and then surrounding you is actually extremely strong steel.
Yeah,
like around the doors and around the firewall. Is stronger steel. Like it's actually stronger steel than they've ever had because they have.
Because they're using less of it because it's only for structural. It's not for the design.
But it's also because they use like hardened steel. Like it's a different. They have a different type of process where the steel is actually stronger than it used to be because.
Well, but the point I'm actually making.
Welcome to the Matt and Beth show.
They're making cars more and more breakable than they used to because it's cheaper to buy a new car than to replace it, than to fix it, I should say.
They're making them more breakable. Yeah, with a lot of other stuff. I'll agree with you there, but like the denting stuff, that is all for crash. Like that's for safety.
Well, I wasn't. You took it to the extreme.
Okay,
I was just talking about.
Let me just catch up on chat. Catch up on chat. So I think. I'm here. Versimilitude says the new Resident Evil isn't great. They didn't cast the iconic game characters well, and there's not enough zombie kills. Well, that sucks. And Austin says, I guess he lives in a tornado state.
Mm.
Gary says the thingy thing is here, not compulsory. He sees a lot of older people shopping with the thingy thing. Jason says, but maybe it's all cosmic karma. I see. Yeah. See, when you get behind in chat, it's hard to know what people are talking about.
Cosmic Karma.
Oh, maybe he's talking about tornadoes because he goes on to say tornadoes are pure Mother Nature at its best. Well,
they're not always pure
yeah.
Mother
See,
Nature.
that's
It's 2021.
I don't know if we can talk about that, but
no, we can't.
We'll just say Jason's absolutely right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's called geoengineering. You can say that.
Yeah.
You know, that is that you can look up videos they talk about. It's not something they hide from the public. They just say they don't do it. That's all. We don't do that.
Let's see here. The Amazon. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. So Verisimilitude says this is still a movie channel. Yeah, or a world topics channel now. Yeah, I try to keep it to be a movie channel, but Matt's taken over.
And I kind of fed into it, so I apologize.
Gary says they took the technology from racing cars and used it to normal cars. Okay, well, might be a way to look at it.
Well, yeah, he's right. Like, you know, they're racing, you know, like Formula One, NASCAR, like they have to make the best of the best, and that technology trickles down to the masses, you know.
But let's move this back into a movie channel. And so Resident Evil obviously recently came out. Any other good movies that just came out anyone can talk about?
Hey, side note, this is actually what we're talking about is still a movie. Most of the stuff we've been talking about, the world stuff, is still just a movie.
That's
but
true.
People think it's real. It's still a movie. We're talking, FYI, we're talking about a movie here.
Actually,
I'm not joking. This is most of this it's you know, it's staged and it's a movie.
I actually got a girlfriend of mine to watch Demolition Man because she asked me if I watched the news anymore, and I'm like, no, I just watch movies. And so we watched Demolition Man together, and she got a new perspective on everything. I was like,
that movie nailed it. Yeah, that movie really nailed it.
This was back in 92 or 93 it came out. So yeah, I got her to look at that movie in a different. She'd never seen it before, but
yeah, there's so much in that, like the meetings on video screens.
Yeah, video chat.
There's that one big powerful guy who's having a meeting, and it's revealed with like a camera pullback that the people that are at the meeting aren't there. They're there virtually on their own screens.
Yeah. Now, Demolition Man, I think, is one for the ages. And if anyone has not seen it, watch it and then learn some history.
Movie. It's just a good movie, too.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
Oh, man.
Jason says he'll probably blind buy the digital 4K of Resident Evil when it's available. For now, you can only rent it. It's $20 is high for a rental. Yeah, that's for darn sure.
Well, they're trying to make up for past years.
I was
people not renting anything.
I was glad we were able to see Halloween Kills for $5. That was fun.
Oh yeah, that was not worth going to a movie theater. I was happy that was only. Yeah, it was worth $5. But
it was worth $5 for two people to watch it. Yeah,
Evil dies tonight. Evil dies tonight. Oh man, and like you said, they had the token woke stuff. It was just like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just they could have just done a checklist of like, yep.
Honestly, I've stopped paying attention to new movies coming out because it's not even worth keeping an eye out for new movies.
No, I did like the new Spider-Man movie. I don't know if anyone saw it here, but I you know, it was a fun popcorn flick. I mean, you know, that's about. I liked it.
That's good. I mean, hell.
I don't think we've seen it yet.
Well, no, it just came out. We don't go to the
theater.
theater.
Out theaters, yeah.
Oh, well, we'll wait for it to come out and whatever.
Blu-ray.
You don't watch superhero movies much, Nate, or?
I kind of got sick of them, honestly.
Yeah.
You know, it was kind of like Endgame was the Endgame for me as well.
Oh, I agree with you there. But I'm happy about the DC movies coming out. I know you know, like I said, I kind of like how they're.
Well, they're picking up after Marvel. I think DC kind of rides the coattails of Marvel. Honestly,
they shouldn't. They should.
But they do.
When they do their own thing, it turns out way better.
Well, Marvel comes out with a movie, and then DC comes out with a movie. Then Marvel comes out with a movie, and then DC comes out with a movie. You see what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you're right.
See, now what would be really fun is Marvel versus DC.
No,
But
I
it
think
would
that'd
always
be amazing.
be.
They should do it. I mean,
It'd be a tie, but it'd still be fun.
It'd be fun, or like having them together because they can do it now with their. Because in this new movie you saw in the trailer, I'm not spoiling anything. Now they have the. I don't know what they call it, the multiverse. So it's a multiverse, so that means why not? You can bring in anything you want. So bring in Batman. Who cares?
Yeah, didn't Spider-Man bring in the multiverse? I think.
Yeah,
so.
Spider-Man. So now with the multiverse, they can just. I would imagine why
in.
not bring anyone in? Just make it DC too. Who cares?
Yeah, but not too many characters. Then it's hard to keep up.
Yeah, not too many. But like you said, bring in. Why not? Like, who cares? Like,
exactly.
Bring in Batman.
Chat break. So Austin says Candyman 3 is getting a Vestron Blu-ray. Laugh out loud. Okay. It seems to me I had an idea what another. Oh yeah, Goonies 3 would be not Goonies. Ghoulies 3 would be a good Vestron Blu-ray, but we can hope. Verisimilitude says, "Oh yeah, we're headed for the." I don't know if I can read this out loud. Jason says, but if you disliked Halloween 2018, why waste time watching a sequel? It's curiosity. These days, we go to movies, we see movies to see how bad they can make them, I guess. Gary says, Children of Men is a film totally predicting the future. That's very true for anyone who might know anything. Do you know anything about it, Matt?
I know the basic premise. I haven't seen the movie. Right. Yeah, I agree. That's definitely... The thing is, a lot of these movies, it's really dystopian because we're not living in just one dystopian movie. We're living in like all of them combined into one. It's like
multiverse.
Demolition Man. It's just Soylent Green. I don't know.
Like every
that was scary.
Every movie, it just shows depicts one element of the
one element. Yeah,
right.
And it's scary because one of those movies you're like, that's a horrible world to live in. And you're like, well, guess what, buddy?
Don't look outside.
30 movies, you get to live in all of them at one time.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Back to, was it Jason?
I think we're at Verisimilitude says the new Spidey movie was awesome, one of the best in the MCU.
Yeah, definitely.
But I totally agree. It all really came to an end with Endgame. Yeah, that's where I kind of...
Yep.
That's where I'm done with Marvel, I guess. Jason says Marvel was... Can you see the chat, Matt?
Yeah, I can see it was at their best as a publishing company. As soon as Disney bought them up, everything became a comic fan. Where was the fans when Marvel was going bankrupt?
Oh, yeah.
I was still there. I mean, I wasn't really there.
But why were they going
bankrupt?
Anyway.
I still like the Spider-Man and X-Men.
Can you see Gary Page's, Matt?
Oh, I walked away from home. We walked back. I paced around in my shed.
Walk back.
Oh, Gary.
The Demolition Man was Demolition Man the one with shells?
Yeah.
With the shells.
3 seashells.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay, I'll read them so you can go walking.
No, it's all right. Gary Page, yes. RoboCop is another dystopian film we're living in. Austin says.
Yeah, that's
absolutely. Yeah, they literally took a playbook out of the RoboCop. Yeah, with the 2020. I don't want to get into it.
Yeah, thank you.
with the fire, I'll just say the fire and all that happened.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Austin. Gary says, How do you say verisimilitude?
I think it's verisimilitude.
Verisimilitude. Because of the multiverse thing, there is talk of Wesley coming back for Blade. That they should do that. Wesley Snipes was great as Blade. And Wesley Snipes was a hero with what he did off. Remember Wesley Snipes got locked up. I won't get into it, but he evaded something that we're all supposed to pay. Isn't that the guy?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They get all of them on that one.
Yeah, he's a hero in my eyes. Austin says Detroit is worse than what RoboCop. Yeah, it is. It's the worst version of these movies. Like when you watch YouTube and just clips of real life in Detroit and Chicago, Philadelphia, it's like, yeah, this is worse than anything we've seen in a movie. It's like that's another reason why we probably don't care about movies. It's like how can you get more entertaining or more dystopian and crazy than what we see, like with our live footage from phones and you know what I mean? Like they can't make a movie crazier than this. They can't. Like it's not as let me read.
But they do every day, but I'm not going to say how.
Jason says Marvel versus DC happened in 1995 to 96. It was a marketing tool for both DC and Marvel. Were slowly dying. I guess when they were slowly dying. Both DC and Marvel were drawing huge money, but the market was bottom out due to greed and ego.
Oh, well, thank you, Jason, for bringing that up, because I didn't know I heard something about that, but I didn't know if it was actually a movie.
Yeah, I heard about
DC
the video.
versus
Remember the
Marvel?
video? Remember the
it's
video
not
game?
a movie.
Didn't they do a couple video games, like fighting games that were Marvel versus DC?
Yeah,
That might have been
I'm
it.
not the biggest comic. I wouldn't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I can't remember how many they did, but they did do quite a few. I think even back in the day, in like the 90s, I feel like they had an arcade game now.
Back in the day.
Yeah,
Yesterday's your day, Matt. Come on now. You can't say that yet.
No.
I'm 30. I'm getting old enough.
Were you dreading, like, you know, going from 29 to 30, or how was that?
Oh, yeah, I didn't like it too much, but I actually thought that going from 30 to like 31 was worse.
Oh,
because I don't think it like really hit.
Yeah,
it didn't hit me as much at 30, and I don't know, maybe when I hit 31 there were a little bit more wrinkles. I don't know, maybe the age started to show a little bit more that year. It just really that was like the 30 for me. I was like, oh,
well, stop
shit.
laughing and you have less wrinkles.
No, I don't really care that much about the wrinkle. No, it doesn't. That's the thing about, no matter how you use your face, you're gonna get. If you smile more, you'll have different wrinkles somewhere else. If you frown more,
They're called laugh lines.
Yeah, but then you'll have. Yeah, it depends on, unless you just, maybe that's the whole point of Botox. Just don't use your face at all, and you won't get wrinkles. So just.
Oh yeah, there's that.
Maybe that's why
like
all the kids talk to each other with their fingers on their phones.
Yeah.
Maybe.
See, we're shit on them, but like, yeah, they'll look like they're 20 when they're 40. They don't go outside in the sun. They don't even use their face. Like, yeah, these people will look good.
Okay, what's
Total
Jason
Recall
saying?
became reality with the on-screen computer phone calls and chats.
Yeah.
One thing, Death of Superman.
I don't know what.
Matthew, you are so right about the mobile phone is a little snitch. Wait, what? What did I say about the mobile phone?
I don't know.
A little snitch. He says he has a comma. I don't know if he's still typing.
Oh, it could be.
Yeah.
Total Recall.
Matthew, you were so right about the mobile phone is a little snitch. I mean, yeah. I don't. What did I say about the?
I don't know. It's okay.
I don't know.
Maybe snitch is supposed to be a different word that rhymes with snitch.
Yeah. We'll see. Yeah, we'll let him type out.
He might have accidentally done a comma instead of period. We don't know.
We don't know. He'll he's still listening. I'm sure he'll.
What was I going to say? Oh yeah, because I'm watching right now. I'm watching Star Trek Voyager, and it's crazy to see. They basically have, every now and then they got one of these little plastic props. It's basically like kind of an iPad mini, and it's just like crazy to see these little, the characters on Star Trek Voyager, Next Generation era.
That's what we're using now
with these basically iPads and stuff. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It would be funny, Nate. I just thought of something funny. It would be like really creepy and funny if like my aunt was like stalking my YouTube channel or something, and she found your channel because you commented a couple times, and then what if she's like listening now and she's like, "Hey Matt, this is your aunt in the comments."
No, she'll probably just do a movie and a title in a year.
Yeah, that would be great.
Did Gary?
No, Gary's left us. Read Verisimilitudes, Matt.
I watched Home Alone 1 and 2 yesterday. It's tradition for me to watch them every Christmas, both classics. Austin says, oh, do you want to say anything?
Yeah, I mean, I like the first one. I'm not too keen on the second one, but what's Austin say?
I remember watching Voyager.
Oh, yeah, Star Trek Voyager, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised how better it is than. I don't really like Deep Space Nine. To me, that's boring. If you want to read Jason's, you can.
Here,
I can read it.
I can read it.
Beth's turn.
All right, so this is Jason. When it comes to real physical comic books, I know my stuff. At one time, it was one of the biggest collecting markets by 1998. 6 to 8 of the major comic book stores went out of business
in his area.
Oh no. Oh, and it continues in my area regarding comic book stores. That's true. I mean, comic books kind of died when the movies about the comic books came out. They stopped reading them and started watching them.
Yeah,
that's with anything.
I think it's better to watch it than read them. But...
See, I'm kind of a book fiend, so I have to agree that it's easier to destroy paper by putting it on film. Because as soon as everything's on film, what's the point of even learning how to read?
To still communicate with people, to learn, you have to.
But if everything's video,
not yet. Not everything's going to be video, though.
Not yet, but that's what they're kind of pushing towards. That's my personal opinion. You know, schools can't. They're not even teaching kids how to do hand cursive
but there's
anymore.
There's still like. Unless people just become, which may be the case, but unless people just completely stop growing and learning and creating, you know, like it's like you're still gonna always have to.
Well, yeah, but in my area, 5th graders are given computers to do their homework on. 5th grade, even as young as 2nd grade, they have their little computer. What are they called?
Yeah, but they're writing. They're still writing on the computer. Like
they're typing. They're not writing.
Oh, but typing's the same thing. I thought you were talking about just
but it's Beth talking about with pen and
pen and paper.
Yeah, pen and paper is destroying, but then eventually words itself are going to be destroyed.
Yeah, aren't there isn't like Grammarly or something, like some app that's supposed to like help you make sentences or something?
Yeah.
At some point, you'll be able to just dictate. Well, you can now.
You can now.
You can dictate to things and have it appear on text on your device.
Yeah. I'm just saying that over time, maybe not this generation or the one after, but eventually it'll all be words. It will go back to, was it Magna Man or Caveman, where people just tell everything by word or by video.
Grunt.
I have a fear of the written language becoming.
Yeah, when they got rid of cursive, that was kind of a sign for what they have planned, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Well, they still have it, but they don't teach it to students anymore. It's a waste of time.
Well,
isn't cursive just really meant so you could write faster?
I'm not exactly sure what it's actually meant for. It might have been.
I agree with that.
I mean, you ever try writing out in print? It takes
yeah,
longer.
Because cursive, a lot of things you just keep
flow together.
Yeah, a lot of things just keep flowing.
Yeah, it's the whole point of it.
It could have been.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you don't have to like let all every word, every letter you got to let off the pen.
Yeah,
something flows together.
Okay, chat break.
Takes forever.
Chat break. Austin says he likes Deep Space Nine, but not as much as the other two. I'm with you there. Gary says, "I'm sorry, it's gone. I can't remember."
Damn no, sorry, Gary.
That's what we all got to look forward to at 50. Just kidding.
Is that how old Gary is?
I think so. I think he's 50, but that's okay. I mean, me and Beth.
He seems young. He seems young at heart. Though.
Young at heart, Gary. There you go.
I mean, I thought he was like 30. I don't know. I just.
Well, he is.
See, I thought everyone in this
at heart.
channel was younger than us.
Nope.
Yeah. That's what I thought too.
Well, Gary is younger at heart than us, so there
we go. We'll just take off the second digit, Gary. You'll be 5 years old. How's that sound?
No, I don't really want to.
Does Gary have a family already? I don't know if he's going.
He's got a mom. I don't know if he wants me to say it, but I mean, he said it in chat, so I guess I can say it. He's got a mom that. He's got a mom.
Sick, right?
Yeah, I think she's got dementia. I don't know if I can say that, Gary, but he said it in chat, so I mean, it's out there.
Right. Yeah, and I won't dive to it. I just didn't know if he had kids or anything.
Well, he's never mentioned that. He might be one of the smart ones without kids.
Well,
yep. Yeah, and that you're. Do you talk? I don't know if I can mention this. Like this channel, you just have this channel, right? I don't know if I want to.
Yeah, it's just this one.
This is his main channel.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. I was saying, didn't you mention in a video here about?
Yeah, I mean, I mentioned that. Yeah, I've mentioned that about my thoughts on bringing life into the world here. Yeah, on this channel.
Does Beth have kids?
I have 2 offspring. But that was before I met Nate.
Doesn't that ever Nate's philosophy on kids and
But see, Nate likes my kids. They're pretty awesome little people.
I for sure, but
I guess
that's true. Yeah, exactly. But I guess his views on bringing them into the world
and okay.
I mean,
this is again where we agree to disagree.
I can't control other people. I choose not to bring my own into the world.
Yeah. Right. This is again where we agree to disagree. But let me just snap in for a second. We've been on live for almost an hour and a half, and we got 3 people in supposedly in chat and 2 hitchhikers. So thank you, everybody. This is, I think, one of the best Nate and Beth shows that
you mean Matt and Beth shows featuring Nate.
Okay, Matt and Beth show featuring Nate. This is really fun, guys. Let's keep this up. This is fun.
Can we take a chat break though to read? I'm going to read Jason here. You can never adapt Watchmen or The Dark Knight Returns into a legit film. Can't work. Long form stories can't be watered down, dumbed down into a film. It's insulting the graphic novels. Probably. I'm not a big graphic novel fan, but I imagine he's right.
And that's my point. A lot of people would rather watch a movie than actually get all the details from a book.
That's true.
Yeah.
And Austin.
Well, what about this? A book, and I really believe what's it say? What's the old saying? It takes
books are always better.
But one picture takes 1,000
words.
Words to there's a lot of truth to that. It takes a lot of words to describe what one picture will say. Mm-hmm. So you take a movie, which is 1 million frames of pictures thrown together, then you add the dialogue, then you add the music that the book could never put in there. I think that a 2-hour movie pretty much conveys what a 20,000. I don't know about you know what I'm saying. Like if you consider that there's how impactful music in a soundtrack.
But to play devil's advocate,
even
with all of that going on in a movie, you won't get all the details from the book.
That's true. I mean, there are still things left out. But
as I'm patting myself on the back.
I understand what Matt's saying.
There's a place for both. There's a place for both.
They're 2 separate mediums that can't
mediums for art. Yep.
They'll never match each other.
They can. They can't do what the other one can.
Right.
So Matt has some very good points.
But
so does Beth.
I'm not saying you're wrong, Matt. All I'm saying
I'm saying they both have to exist.
Yes.
And they're different,
to get everything. Yes.
They're different creative mediums that just have their way, and you shouldn't have one without the other. There's no reason.
Yeah.
There's no reason to take away both. You can write still, so write a book, right? And then the book is easy because one man, one woman can write a book. That's it. That's the beauty of that. You don't have to have millions of dollars or a film crew or all this budget. Like, just sit in your laptop and write a book.
I know.
There you go.
Like that's the beauty of that. And then it's nice because the book down the road can become a movie if it it can start off as a book and go, well,
but I think we're gonna get lost in chat if we don't pick up.
Chat break.
We gotta get back to chat.
Austin. What?
I just said whip. I was just like the slave driver. Whip.
Oh, okay.
Put the diaper on. You can't breathe. Come on. Read the chat.
Austin says, I know cursive. Way to go, Austin.
Yay, Austin.
Gary says, when I left school at 19, computer classes were just starting. I don't know. Man. I don't know what BIG old BBC. Oh, big old BBC computers. Okay.
Oh.
Gary says he's nearly. Gary's nearly 52. Thanks, Beth, for the. I imagine it's the young at heart. He thought he was.
Take off
like
the second digit.
30. Oh, okay. Gary's got no kids. Still a kid at heart.
There you go.
Versimilitude says, anyone else looking forward to Cobra Kai season 4?
I'd never watched it.
Yeah, I don't
never watched it.
Okay, no, that's 3 answers. No one watches it, but.
I've heard it's good, but I don't. I love Karate Kid too much to watch it.
Karate Kid is really boring.
I like Karate Kid.
Yeah, the first one I thought was okay. But
I thought it was boring.
We actually went to see that drive-in.
Last year we saw it at the drive-in. It was my first time,
watching
Karate Kid. And I couldn't believe how boring it was.
I had forgotten the subtleness of it.
Jason says you need a license to fish/drive, but anyone can have a kid. That's a good point.
Not according to Demolition Man. Sorry, going back to that.
Demolition Man.
You need a license to have a kid, and you have to be totally 1,000 screens before that.
That'll
happens.
be the future.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, go ahead.
Jason says Venom Let There Be Carnage was a mock-up off Spider-Man Maximum Carnage story. They dumbed down a really interesting, good story for a digital mess. Ain't that what they always do? And then Jason says Kobe Kai, I think he's Cobra Kai is awesome. Thumbs up. One of the best TV shows on besides Yellowstone. Okay.
There was a...
Beth's confused. What? Oh yeah. Well, that's gibberish. We don't acknowledge gibberish.
Okay.
Yeah, you got to censor on here.
Okay.
Yep.
Waston Wilcott says, I think the Friday the 13th court battles are over. Ooh, what does that mean?
Well, that could be a bad thing. It might mean a new movie, which is most likely going to suck. Yeah.
Mm.
Well, I think it means other good things like, they can make figures. Games, figures, all the much needed merchandise crap that we don't need.
Yeah. Well, it could get a good video game out of it, maybe.
Yeah, that's the thing that's frustrating about the game they did put out is I'm not big on from what I hear it's online only, and I'm not.
Yeah, that game wasn't that. It was. I played it. It wasn't.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't. I mean, I don't like that style of because it was like that Dead by Daylight game or I just it was okay. It wasn't. I don't know. I maybe they'll But
yeah, it would be nice if they had just a single player game.
Yeah, exactly. Or a single player game that has a multiplayer. That if you want to play multiplayer, yeah, exactly. Or like I said, maybe a single player game where you could have a couple of your friends play with you would be cool. Whatever, but
so Verisimilitude says I enjoy the Karate Kid trilogy, but Cobra Kai is way better. See, I can't really say anything about Cobra Kai because I've never seen it, but I have heard both good and bad about it.
Gary Page says that's great, Austin, probably about the Friday the 13th court battles being over. Verisimilitude asks if anyone likes Dexter. I don't really watch it.
I liked Dexter until this new season, and then it was complete garbage.
Oh, okay.
So I'm not
isn't
watching
that the serial killer's son that helps solve serial killer crimes?
I didn't even get into it because the first episode they were already going on with the bullshit, so I just clicked right off.
What about before this season or whatever? What was the show about?
Oh, it was about a serial killer that worked. He worked. What department?
Wasn't he the son of a serial killer? Dexter?
No. Dexter wasn't a son of a serial killer. He was like. It's been a while since I saw a show.
It's okay.
He was like. He's a serial killer that's like a good serial killer. He kills only bad guys.
Oh, okay. Kind of.
He works for like CIA, CSI. Is it? What's the word? The
CIA,
forensics
CSI,
guys.
ABC. It's all the same.
So the forensics guys that do the forensics for crime scenes.
I
or whatever.
think that's CSI, criminal scene investigation.
Yeah, he was like a blood analyst. So he was always so he could always cover up his own crimes because the department, the police department, and then he also was really good at it because he was a blood analyst and he understood. Yeah, so he was the perfect field for him to get away with. It was I was a really good show. I liked it.
Okay.
But they had to ruin it.
Just finishing out the chat that's on the screen so far. Jason Sum says Cobra Kai actually adds major value to the original film series in so many ways. Oh, maybe I don't know. I don't have those kind of movie things though, so I can't really watch it even if I wanted to.
Yeah, she's working. Unlike me.
Yeah. Sometimes I wonder what's better, but
not work. I mean, they're basically, they're basically telling you stop working. Just
get paid to stay home, but we're not.
Yeah. Just go loot.
This is a movie channel. Let's stick to the movies. But I do hear what you're saying, Matt. Verisimilitudes 86 says totally disagree. The I'm guess Friday the 13th game is awesome, and there is offline, wow. Jason.
Yeah, there is an offline to it, but it's the same thing.
Missions based on events in the movie. Okay, Jason Sum continues. Friday the 13th, the game was only made as a front. The horror fans that went wild over the game are very thick. Mm-mm.
Hey, Beth, you gotta tell them this is only a movie channel. You gotta come up with a video
Have
game
no
talk.
clue what a joke the game was, and it should have never been praised. I think Matt's got something to say.
This fucking game also. So this game is about, you're brutally murdering people as a psychopath.
Okay, would you rather kill people in a game or in reality?
In this game, but it was an online game. But if you said mean words, if you were a bad boy, they would literally kick you off. Like you couldn't play the game. You could be banned from the game.
So you're killing people in the game, but if you say a bad word, you're kicked off.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and they would kick people off. Like they didn't fuck around. Like people actually got banned from playing that game. Can you imagine buying a game and they're like, no, you can't. You literally are banned. Like, where's my refund? Like,
no, they just take your money and run. All right.
Because that game, it's like you have to communicate. Like, it's a bunch of people. You talk through mics. So people like that fun. Maybe some people are assholes. Hey, that's your right. But, you can't play the game.
So I think Jason's kind of pulling on some of your Friday the 13th strings here.
Mine or whose?
Anybody's.
I don't think Matt has Friday 13th strings.
No, I don't care. The game sucked. It didn't suck. I don't think it was a bad game. It just wasn't for me. It wasn't my type of gameplay. It was okay, but I just wasn't really into that. I don't like that style of game. I don't know. It's okay. It's all right. It's like Dead by Daylight.
Yeah.
Austin says the Friday the 13th novels are super expensive on eBay. I've got some of those too. I got them I got them close to pushing 10 years ago when they weren't crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Those are fun. Let's see. Jason says the offline, I'm assuming he means the Friday 13th game is broken. Verisimilitude says the new season of Dexter is decent, but not great. Still better than season 8 of the original show. That's his input. And no aunt yet, I'm assuming.
Hasn't knocked yet. I can't tell if she's here because I can't tell if she's here because she parks on the street. So I can't really see the whole street from my shed.
Good.
So she could be here. She might not. She could. She might be here and just hasn't knocked. I don't know. What do I do if she knocks? I just go silent and just hear a knock at the door.
Well, yeah, go silent so we can hear the Matthew.
Yeah, I'll put the mic up to the door. Matthew, you in there? Merry Christmas!
Oh,
come on
this is
out, eat
fun.
with us, Matthew! It's like a horror movie.
So that's why I love horror movies. They're not scary. They're more like comedies, but like real life is a horror movie.
Real life is more of a horror movie than anything I've ever seen.
Oh my goodness.
The shit that happens here is just where are you at in the chat? Austin says there was an unreleased Hellraiser CD-ROM game in the 90s. I never heard about that one.
Huh.
Yeah, I don't think I heard either about that. Would that have been for the computer then?
Yeah,
or?
CD-ROM.
Probably CD-ROM.
Yeah, I wasn't bothering with computer.
Did you have a computer in the 90s?
My mom, my mom for some reason was such an early computer adopter that she had.
They were so expensive.
Yeah, I don't know why she got one. She got an original Apple in the 80s.
Oh Jesus!
I know
she
should have kept it. We still have. She's got the original. She's got an Apple IIc, which we still have all of the parts of it.
It's probably worth some money.
I bet it is. Yeah, but she had the one that came before it, and she got rid of it. If she still had that would probably be crazy money. Where you had the disk drive was a separate thing that you had to connect to the computer.
Oh, I that's even too. I wasn't even born for those days. I was born when disk drives were still connected to the computer.
Oh, right. Gary's got a question for you.
Okay.
Gary Page, has Matthew got heating in his shed?
Yeah, I made a video on my channel. But yeah, I got my shed is 12 foot by 16 foot, so it's like a small garage, like the size of a small garage, and it's insulated and has drywall and everything. So, and I have a a normal space heater, like a normal one you'd buy, like a normal size 1500 watt space heater, and that's enough to heat it up.
Cool.
Electric space heater, like a
At least
normal.
you're warm. That's good.
So what kind of space heater is it? Is it a fan or oil or just a radiant heat?
It's a fan. It's like a electric fan one. You buy at Target for like $20.
Yeah,
put it in your bathroom.
Aren't those fun?
What do you mean fun?
Well, those little heaters work well for a little space.
Oh yeah, it works good. Yep, heats right away, and yep, it's still kind of expensive. Electric heat's expensive.
Oh shoot.
Austin says there was going to be a cartridge Hellraiser game on Sega and NES, but it was canceled as well. That there's even an ad for it if you look online. Interesting. And then Versamilta dude says the F-13 game is not that much like Dead by Daylight.
Uh-oh.
He's really defending this game.
Yeah, he is.
But it's still an F-13 fan's wet dream. Getting to walk around the Pacnic Lodge and such is awesome.
Oh, yeah. Versatility is having some fun with you, Matt.
It's the closest thing that, I mean, maybe it's not exactly like it, but they're the gameplays. Like, it's like one dude walking around while there's other people trying to survive. I know they have, it's that type of gameplay. That's, it's all I'm really referring to. But,
well,
I like zombie games a lot. Like, I like Dying Light, Left 4 Dead, Resident Evil.
See, when I started playing Resident Evil when it first came out, that turned me off to video games.
What?
It kind of turned me off to video games because it took me I don't know. I'm not really a big video gamer, but it took me a week to figure out how to play the piano to open up that side passage.
Yeah, it's the old Resident Evil games and sort of the new ones. They're half puzzle games.
Yeah, that's why I liked it.
Puzzle-y.
But then the characters got too scary for me, so I just stopped playing it. But I'm a horror movie buff. How does that make any sense?
Yeah, those are good games. I like them. I love horror games. Silent Hill is good. Stuff like that's great.
Well, they made Silent Hill into a video game?
What?
Was that a video game?
Silent Hill was a video game first, yeah.
Oh.
They made it into a movie.
Beth's got a surprised face on her face.
Yeah, that was something they based off of. Yeah, that was a video game that was from 1996. I think it came out.
Okay.
It was an older video game for PS1.
Can you tell we've been around together too long?
Yeah.
So I didn't know you had this many gamers in your chat. Wow.
Yeah. Well, Versimilitude, I was trying to say earlier, is a huge Friday the 13th fan down under, and he wants to make his own. He's got his own movie he's going to make, a fan film.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, you can't talk about the game with him.
Right. He's going to love
Friday.
it, which is fine. I mean, he's just a big Friday fan, which I can understand why someone would be.
I still can't.
Is that your favorite franchise, Friday?
It's my favorite franchise. It just makes me feel like a little kitty.
Is it nostalgia?
It's half nostalgia and half. I mean, I just love it because it's in the, they're all in the woods and naked women.
Well, the women are always really attractive in those movies. They really nailed it with that. Like, what is with that? Like, have you noticed that new movies, there's not that many attractive women in them, if any anymore? It's like they don't put attractive people in movies anymore.
Yeah.
Even I mean, I'm not gay, but even the guys aren't attractive in those movies. It's just like there used to be good-looking people in movies, like really good-looking. You're like, oh, Hollywood-looking people. Now it's like, what? You know what I mean? It's like they purposely, I don't want to get into any theories on why they may do this, but it's definitely done on purpose because they hire those people. They're not like, oh, it's just a coincidence we don't have that many. I mean, there's a couple attractive people, but like my mom watches the shitty Lifetime movies, and it's like you see some of the women in there, you're like, God, she's like super attractive. Why isn't she in Hollywood? You know?
Yeah.
It's weird, but yeah.
Truth in media, they're trying to make us feel like part of the movie because we're not all supermodelish. But if they make people look more ordinary, they can more self-relate.
I don't. Yeah, but guys and girls like seeing attractive people, and it is still just a movie, though. Like you go to see the movie to see. You know what I mean? Like Nate, don't you like looking at the attractive women? I know I do. Like,
well, I'll answer that when Beth isn't here, and she's got her arms crossed.
Oh shit! So then Versamilta dude says, if we get another F-13 movie, I'd be surprised if it's even on the level as the reboot, which isn't saying much. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't. Yeah, you bet. Hopefully they don't reboot it because it'll probably suck.
Mm-hmm.
It'll make the reboot look like the original.
Yeah, I mean, they look, and the reboot wasn't that bad. I thought it was all right.
It's a generational thing. It's understandable. It's okay.
I mean, it's okay. I don't like. It was a little bit of a letdown for me, but it was better than the Nightmare on Elm Street reboot.
Oh yeah.
Now you're touching
Wait.
ground.
Beth didn't see the reboot of Nightmare, so.
No, I haven't seen it.
There's no reason to. You're
right.
Fine not seeing it.
Nah, Freddy's my man. Don't you be messing with Freddy.
Well, the real
the
Freddy.
Old Freddy was your man. Yeah, not this new guy. I don't know.
So Versimilitude says Amy Steele for life. For those who don't know, she's the final girl from Friday 2, the actress.
You look her up.
Matt's going to look her up. Jason says there's a Friday the 13th script that would have been awesome. Takes place in the winter. Oh. I think the script is called Friday the 13th 3D, set to follow the reboot. Yeah, I think I remember that. Austin says we need to get Scream Factory to release a Nightmare on Elm Street box set. Yeah, that's what,
I'll agree to that.
That's what people.
Do you like Nightmare on Elm Street, Nate?
Not as much as Friday the 13th. I'm more.
I liked it more.
Oh, okay. Well, that's cool.
Because I just thought he was way like the idea of this creepy fucking guy with these like invading your dreams. You know what I mean? Like you can't sleep now. Like that's. And then you're in a dream, you can't control it. Like that's, I don't know, that to me is very horrifying.
See, that's why Freddy's my man.
Like Jason, you can run from.
Jason, you just don't go camping.
You have a chance.
Yeah, just don't go camping and don't F in the cabin, and you're safe.
But even if you get caught with him, like you could still have a chance of survival. How do you fight against Freddy?
You don't
sleep. Yeah, like sleep and then hope like someone can wake you up like soon enough. I mean, it's.
But see, okay, but here's one point that the Freddy the Krueger movies actually did kind of make, trying to pull Freddy into the real world, is if you can hold Freddy and wake up, then he's actually pulled into your reality. Then you can like hurt him. But that's the trick. Can you actually do it?
Yeah, but how hard would that be? Like, imagine if I told you have to do that. Wouldn't you be like, oh, well, that's still Freddy's dream world that he controls. So that's not an easy endeavor, and you're probably
never said it was.
Oh, if I'm just saying, it's like, oh, you have to grab the guy that's a superpower thing trying to kill you in a dream. It's just like, yeah, it's.
I think they did a play on that in the second one, where she brought his hat back. So if she can bring his hat back, can you bring the whole thing back? But
yeah, I wouldn't trust it though. It's like if you know what I mean. Like if someone told me, "Oh, that's how you kill him," it's like, is it though? I mean, this guy's appearing in your dream.
Nah, you can't kill Freddy. Just like you can't kill Jason.
Kill this guy. Yeah, you can't kill this guy. He's showing up in your dreams.
Can't kill Jason. Can't kill Freddy. Can't kill Michael. So these immortals, I love it. What's going on?
Yeah,
just trying to plug in the phone.
Yeah, we're trying to keep Matt online, so we got to keep the phone plugged in.
Yeah.
We got a bunch of chat after that conversation. Where did we stop off? Looks like Versimilitude. Nightmare on Elm Street should probably end with Robert Englund, but there's talk of an HBO series now. No, Robert's the only one for me.
Oh.
And then Jason also says Scream Factory will without a doubt do Nightmare and Texas Chainsaw box sets. All right. And Jason says greed never dies. That is true. Whatever makes money.
And wasn't Freddy based off of a true story? Isn't that what was like semi-true story of a guy that
right? There was some story of some kid in some other country, actually having nightmares and ending up dying.
Yeah, he said something was trying to kill him in his dreams, right?
I don't know about that. It was just some kid was having these horrible nightmares, and
but the horrible nightmares, then he actually died.
Right.
So it's like a real. It's like, ooh, that's kind of creepy. You're like, well, did he kind of died from it? Whatever scared him. Even if it just scared him to death, I mean, that's still it's kind of fucking crazy. Can you imagine what he was dreaming of? You know, it's. I don't know. I've had some nightmares that feel really real, like that. I feel like I almost feel stuff in them. You know, like I wake up and I'm like, I felt like there was some pain there, but.
It really does depend on how sensitive you are to that kind of media.
Yeah, but your brain itself is.
Oh, the brain.
Yeah,
the
can do a
human
lot
body
of
is
crazy stuff. You know, like it can. You know, you can definitely make you feel like you felt pain that might not have actually happened. I don't know. There's a lot about dreams we don't know about, and a lot about our own brains that these people that think they know it all act like they know all about our brains, but they don't. They can hardly. It's funny how these like neuroscientists are like, we barely understand our own creation of computers,
right?
But yeah, we know all about this a million times more complicated, like literally probably a trillion times more complicated organic computer in your head that we barely can study.
I think I was just watching Star Trek Enterprise where they were at this station that they would steal a crew member, make the exact replica of it, and then they'd keep the human as their computer because the brain was way better than an actual computer.
100%,
brain.
yeah.
So they'd keep the people alive just enough to help make the computer system work for the station. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. They use
the human
brain
mind
for the
instead
processing.
of.
Yeah. No, but they do that. I mean, a little off topic. I know it's a movie channel, but that's kind of what they do with us all. Like they use our brains as their own for their system. Like we're all just little robots for them. You know.
That's true.
Like we can't even talk about certain things on here. We're already pre-programmed. Don't say that or you get
Can't say that. Can't say this. Yeah.
Yep. It's like don't say that. You fucking. Do you want to stay on here? Yeah, but yeah. Anyway, you got chat break.
Right.
Oh, where's the last?
Greed never dies.
Okay.
Greed never dies.
Verisimilitude says seeing Freddy versus Jason in the theater was like a rock concert atmosphere, one of the most exciting moments of his life. I remember that.
That was fun.
Kids in the back threw popcorn over all of us when it was over. I didn't like that.
No. Continues to say Robert Englund is a pleasure to meet. I've met him twice. His stories of old Hollywood are fascinating. I am so jealous.
Well, I met him.
Jason saying, "Oh, you can't die in your dream," and it's very rare, but apparently something happened where someone did die, and then people die in their sleep all the time. So how can we verify that they actually didn't die in a dream? You know what I mean?
Horrifying nightmare.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like how many people die in their sleep every year? Like that aren't even that old. So can we verify what was really going on in their head? No, I mean,
no, you can't.
I don't think you can just say that people don't die because of what's happening in their brain. I mean, it sounds like that's not the case, but we don't know if you quote unquote scientifically, right? Because we can't.
Well, with Nate's permission, I did have a dream that I woke up crying. I was crying in the dream and I woke up in reality. Can I give them a little bit of details about the one I told you about?
Well, I don't even know what it is. Oh, no.
Well, it involved Nate, and I actually had to have him like show me his body to make sure that he was actually there.
Wait, what? He had to show him his body to wait, what?
In my dream, he was the same but different.
Okay.
And I woke up and I was terrified, dreaming, crying still, and Nate took like 5 minutes to calm me down.
Yikes.
In real life?
In real life. I mean,
okay.
I couldn't separate the dream from reality. And so I had Nate show me his entire body to make sure that I wasn't with the dream Nate.
Oh, yeah.
Then with the real Nate. So
I totally get that.
The mind is a fucked up thing. It can really.
I've had dreams that I thought were like not even nightmares, but a dream that was like kind of mundane. Mm-hmm. That like could have happened, like a normal day life.
And then you wake up.
Yeah, but then I thought it actually happened in like a week or two maybe a month later, I'm like, oh fuck, that was a dream.
Yeah.
Like it was in real life. Like I don't know. It's really crazy.
I'm
how
a
that shit
big
works.
believer in deja vu.
Well,
Big
it's real.
believer in
I mean,
that.
it's 100% real. What
Right. But no, I in my defense, I do believe that people have realistic dreams that they can't always pry away from reality.
Yeah.
So, chat break.
Versimilitude says, I think Matt was thinking of how Wes Craven saw the Freddy guy outside his house as a kid. Well, there's also a story about Wes Craven hearing this story from some other country, maybe a poorer quote unquote country where, the kids are used to, kind of being afraid because of the kind of place they're living in. So he was tormented by scary dreams and one day didn't wake up.
Mm-hmm.
Gary says Elm Street Part 1 and 3, brilliant.
I think we skipped some chat, did we?
I don't think so. Well, we didn't read this Jason someone. Matt kind of
okay.
He kind of, what's it called?
Urban legend.
Yeah.
He just summarized it.
Okay.
And Austin says, Nate, what was the first VHS you ever bought? There's actually a video on this channel of me when I'm 12 showing my entire VHS collection at the time on Fisher-Price black and white PXL 2000 video. And I don't know what the first tape I ever bought was, but you can go see my entire collection, which is like 7 or 8 tapes in that video if you want. It's got Chainsaw 1 and 2 in there, and Making of the Terminator, and Godzilla, and E.T.
What made you did you like making videos like that? Like the Christmas one where you singing?
Right. I love video cameras. So whenever I could get my mitt on one,
you were just filming.
Yeah.
I was just filming. Yeah. The color one was a rental. I didn't get a color one until I was a teenager. So that was a rental.
Oh, was that during Christmas time?
It was around Christmas time. Yeah.
Were you a fan of Christmas at that age, or were you kind of?
I think so. At 11, 12ish, I was. I mean, obviously, you want to get your stuff that I'm entitled to get every year.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you seem in such high spirits.
Well, that's before I realized life was a sack of shit.
Yeah.
I think Nate's been doing filming since he realized how to do it. Like,
I mean,
one of my offspring.
We kind of know of what we want to do in this life.
It's instinct.
Probably it's instinct. At like 5, you're already.
Yeah, it's like one of my offspring has been drawing since being able to hold a pencil. And now the artwork from my offspring is just phenomenal. Yep. So you're just innately born with what you want to do. Yep. And I think video was Nate's calling.
Yeah, and he's still doing it. Still, it's every day, right?
Well, almost.
I'm going to keep my comment to myself on that one.
Austin says, okay, I may have seen that video. Was that the media release of Chainsaw 2? Yep, the original release of Chainsaw 2. Mm-hmm. I can't remember what that video is called. Nate's Movie Collection or something.
Something simple.
Maybe 1989, yeah.
So we got an update here. My dad looks like he's grilling something in the driveway, so I don't know if my aunt's here.
I don't know. To leave some food here.
I got my curtains closed. Got the lights dimmed. I'm hiding out. Like this is.
So here's a question: if they make a really big dinner, do they like bring it to you some leftovers?
No. Oh hell no! You kidding me? No way.
That'd be nice. If you were my offspring and I did a huge meal, I would give you some. But you're not my offspring.
Well, I could go in there and get it, but am I going to go in there and get it while they're all there?
No. Oh no.
Okay. Yeah. That would be kind of entertaining for the show if I actually walked in there with the mic on and just I don't. Then again, I can't guarantee what they're going to say, so I can't.
Yeah, you're just safer staying in your shed.
So, I don't think they would say anything bad for YouTube. It would just be, I don't know, it'd be funny.
It would be.
Like my aunt, they're talking to my aunt and start messing with her live on the show. I don't know. I really don't want to deal with her though. It would be really funny though.
It's your decision.
The thing is, the stuff I would say to her, like obviously because she was wearing the diaper, I'd want to fuck with her about the diaper, but
Yeah.
I can't go that route during the show.
I know.
So it wouldn't really be, and again, I can't guarantee that she won't bring something like that up.
She might say words that are currently circulating in the media.
That's all they talk about.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm sure that the medicine will get talked about.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So best not to. So
yeah, I don't want to go in there anyway. It's not something I would. Not something I wanted to do.
Oh no, we're not saying you should. I'm just wondering if they ever bring out food when they're done.
So we got Versatile. No, they're not going to bring it out.
Versatile.
They don't like me. I don't get along with them. Yeah,
read Versatile.
Verisimilitude.
Imagine if you died and wake up and some clerk dude said, "I'm sorry, I loaded the wrong simulation," like a Matrix situation.
Oh.
I would punch that guy so hard in the jaw. Like I would probably end up killing him if that happened. I'm not even joking. Like I thought about shit like that. Like oh man, I would snap. I would be like, "You're gonna today you're dead, dude." Like that was.
But think about it. I mean, the Matrix kind of woke a lot of people up to the web as to what they're actually doing. That one and that other Dream Within a Dream Within a Dream movie in Inception. Yeah, those kind of make you think a little bit.
Well, if you have a brain already, most people don't have a brain or a soul. So,
I said a little bit.
What?
I said a little bit.
Oh, but I don't think it makes most people think at all because they don't have much going on upstairs.
I think what Matt's saying is that the furthest most people will think is, "Wow, that's a great idea for a movie."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they don't. It's just that was fun. That was cool. Keanu Reeves dodged bullets and shit. That was cool, man.
That's
I'm
good accent.
still feeling for plugs in the back of my neck.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you got any on your ass? Let me feel them.
Oh, jeez. It's PG. You gotta watch out.
Who said this was PG?
Well, it's gotta be if it's on YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
It's gotta be PG and PC and woke.
Ew.
Austin says Media Home Video was like the Scream Factory of the day, releasing older cult horror films. Yeah, and I didn't know until recently that Charles Band was the one, I think, who started Media, which is interesting. So he was... we got to thank Charles Band for that.
And speaking of food, Gary Page asks,
have you all had turkey today?
I'll let Matt answer first.
I had a Wawa hoagie. Anyone familiar with the East Coast?
What is
just a hoagie from a gas station?
Wawa's a gas station?
Yeah, it's a gas station that sells food. So It's like a 7-Eleven type place. So I got a hoagie there this morning. I got a pretzel and one of those like donut things they have there. It's like some cinnamon thing. And then I drank a Rockstar energy drink. So I'm trying to die early. So
nice. That's a good way to do it.
But FYI, I don't think any of this stuff is unhealthy. Like I won't get into it because again, you can't talk about anything like health.
Can't talk about that.
But I don't think that stuff is even, like I said, as long as you're a normal weight and not, I don't think it does. I don't think it's bad for you. Like, controversial. Oh God.
Well, Nate and I had Chinese for Christmas.
What?
We took a slice out of a movie and had Chinese for Christmas. What movie did Chinese for Christmas?
Christmas Story.
Christmas Story.
Were you at Chinese today?
Yesterday,
and we had leftovers today.
What's today?
Corporate pizza.
See, yes, today is corporate pizza day.
That's awesome. Yeah, yes. I love that they're open today too.
Yes.
Corporate pizza day. I had corporate pizza day a couple of years ago. Like when I went to, I told Nate about it when I went.
He told me in chat. Yeah.
Yeah, I went to the house in Philly that was still vacant that my parents were going to sell. Anyway, yeah, I went there alone and ordered my corporate pizza. And the guy I told Nate, very friendly, like this Russian guy with an accent, like clearly, I don't know how long he'd been in the States for, but he still had a very strong Russian accent. And he was just like very joyful. Merry Christmas. He was very happy.
I'm not in Russia.
Yeah, very nice guy.
It's crazy because when we did the corporate pizza Thanksgiving, there was a Russian enthusiastic guy there too.
Yeah.
He's like, do you need plates? What about forks?
What about napkins?
What can I get you?
What are the odds?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
He's a really cool guy. I like him.
Yeah, I've never met a Russian that wasn't decent, for the most part.
Especially a White Russian. It's a pretty good drink.
Yeah. Who's to Mother Russia soon?
Gary says media released a few VHS releases in the UK in the early 80s. That's crazy that, Charlie Band's little VHS company would go all the way across the pond like that. Jason says, isn't ham more expected?
I think
I don't know what's expected.
some kind of dead animal on the plate is always expected.
Something dead. As long as it's dead, you're good.
It had life. Now it's giving its meat up for people to consume.
Here's some advice from Jason. As someone who's been drinking energy drinks for almost 20 years, it may not kill you, but it mirrors a lot of what cigarette withdrawals do to people. Oh, if you stop.
Yeah.
I've stopped for like a month. Well, not that I stopped, but I'm not drinking it for long periods. I didn't really notice. You know what I mean?
Like, I understand. I guess
it's kind of like when you drink coffee. If you drink too much of it, it no longer has an effect. But I'll try to go the weekend without it, so Monday morning it'll actually have an effect on me.
I don't know if verisimilitude is referring to Matt. Did he say if he dies, he dies? Did you say that, Matt?
Yeah, something like that. I said I'm trying to kill myself, but then I said I don't think this is even going to kill me.
Did you say then if you die, you die?
Well, we'll go with it. Sure. If I didn't say it, then if he dies, how's the accent go? He dies. He dies.
Yeah.
No,
Rocky, whatever.
He's from Australia, so go for it, Matt. Australia.
Oh, who's from Australia?
Verisimilitude. So you got to say, if he dies, he dies.
If he dies, he dies. Well, shit. I don't know how much time he has left living there. I mean, we might have to break you out of that jail that you guys are in right now.
That's true.
We have to go over there and hopefully, I don't know. I mean, Jesus. I mean, but that's the thing. We're like 1 year, maybe a year and a half out from what they're doing.
I know
now. That's what they want.
That's scary. Gary says, ha, 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 I had chicken, don't like turkey, too dry.
I don't like turkey either. I don't get turkey. I agree with you.
He's going to have a bowl of spaghetti soon. It's probably like 8 p.m. in the UK now or something like that. Verisimilitude says, I must break you. You will lose.
I just drink the energy drink for the taste.
Oh, yeah?
I think verisimilitude has something up for you, Matt.
What?
I think verisimilitude is going after you today.
I don't know if it's him. I don't know what he's saying.
What I
don't know.
Oh, is that a Rocky
It's a Rocky reference, man.
Oh.
Come on, you guys are a movie channel.
Okay.
You don't get the Rocky IV reference? Come on,
man. I'm not a big Rocky guy.
You're not a Rocky fan? I love those Rocky movies.
Well, they're good, awesome. But I don't watch them.
No? Okay. Fair enough.
Because we were talking about Russians. That must be the Dolph Lundgren's line?
Yeah. Uh-oh, guys.
Uh-oh. Oh, now I remember. Okay.
Uh-oh.
What's he saying uh-oh about?
Uh-oh.
It's Auntie alert?
She's... Uh-oh. There's a car out there. I don't... It's gotta be...
Is there an evil force around you?
No. Well, I saw a white girl. Now, I know... The thing is, she moved to Utah, which I was happy about, but now she's back for the holidays for some fucking reason.
Because it's the holidays?
So I don't know if this car is probably a rental car, I'm assuming.
Oh.
It's like a white Toyota Corolla. It's like a very generic, it's like a Corolla. Of course, it's probably a rental car. Because I don't think it's her. I know she drives a different type of car. She drives like a Mazda SUV. And I don't know what her son drives, but I highly doubt her son lives in Utah as well. So it's I doubt they have their car here. And it's probably in the way they parked. Yeah, she's here.
Uh-oh.
So,
hide.
Hopefully, yeah. Because I really don't want to talk to her. I'm just going to go off. Because last time I saw her wearing the diaper, I'm just going to go off. I have no time for it. I have no patience for these type of people.
Yeah.
I don't. My patience died last year, and it's been a year.
It's
of
really
no
interesting
patience.
Because my friend Amanda is kind of opposite you, but you guys are the same age.
Wait, she's the opposite of me. What do you mean?
Well, she
She's more bought into the politics than you have.
Okay.
But I don't think it has to do with age, though. Because...
Yeah, it's nothing to do with age.
Yeah, it could just be the way.
Typical millennial.
Right.
Typical millennial woman.
Chat break.
A lot of millennial women have bought into it.
Jason says you got to double up on the energy drinks at some point. Okay, your body gets used to it. Yeah, there you go.
Or just stop and then
or the heart just stops.
Mm-hmm.
Jason says turkey with lemon is outstanding. Nobody really talks it up.
I've never tried it.
Never tried that.
Versimilitude says you have to come over here, Team America style. Oh, to fix Australia, I think he's saying.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna.
Well, didn't it kind of all start with Tom Hanks in Australia?
I'm trying to think of where he was filming that.
And then him and his wife.
Elvis movie. Yeah, we don't want to blah 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 blah.
It's just
blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right, so Matthew.
That would be hilarious if she knocked on the door, because that would probably make this the highlight of the stream.
Yeah.
You could even make like a separate video if that happens, like just like a quick clip of like the Matthew knock 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 Matthew, oh Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
Make you do like a horror thing, like
in
play
your
this
little cabin
music.
too. No. Sorry, that was my what's that movie?
I don't know.
Oh,
Wizard of Oz.
Wizard of Oz, yes, homage.
Gary,
I'll get you in your little cabin too.
Gary says Matthew's Christmas nightmare.
Yes. I just don't have luck with these Christmases lately, you know? Like every Christmas gets worse with this shit, you know?
Yeah, they do that on purpose, but chat break.
Versatile Mill to
wait. Yeah, you can't say all of it out loud.
What?
Oh, I thought you were going to read his comment. Yeah, I don't want.
Oh no. Well, I was gonna not say.
You can summarize it.
Yeah. I was gonna change the words. I know. I'm pretty good. You can trust me now. He says it's pretty messed up here.
Oh shit!
I'm gonna have to censor this.
I deleted.
He just censored it.
Okay.
Is it still there?
I can read it. Yeah.
Oh.
He says he's never but he's never going to get his medication. He knows some people that felt really, really good after the medication.
Okay.
I'm good, Nate, aren't I?
Yeah.
He felt so good after the medication, and he's weighing it out. Like, oh, do I want to feel really, really good? I might, but he might not.
There you go.
Okay.
So, should we tell the people what we watched last night?
Oh, I guess. What did we watch?
The second remake of
the first.
No, the first remake of Black Christmas. And then P2.
What was that one? That was like the...
So that was from 2006.
Sorority. Yeah, I've seen that, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Was that... I didn't think that was very good.
I'm talking about the one from 2006. The one from 2019 was horrible. Which one are you thinking of?
I saw the older one. I just didn't like...
That's okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
That's okay.
Well, it's okay. It's
okay if you like it or don't like it. We do.
Did you like it?
It's okay if we don't agree.
I know. But I'm saying, did you like it?
Oh, we like the 2006 one. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Not the.
What about the one from like the 70s or something?
Yeah, I like that one.
Okay.
See, now the latest one that first came out, the man-hating one, I honestly, being a woman, I thought that was appalling.
So
this too much BS in it.
The one from 2019, which of course has the current landscape of young,
and the texting and everything being done over the phone, and
we gotta say, Gary, we don't. Hopefully, you stay alive for us, and we'll see you.
Yeah.
Just need to read Gary's comment.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Let's just hope. Like you said, hopefully we will have you for a couple more years.
Yeah,
that'd be nice. I can understand why Gary would do it, though.
Anyway,
I understand. But
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Austin says he didn't mind the 2006 Black Christmas. The first one was the creepiest. Yeah, probably.
But the second one kind of explains the first one a little bit more better.
Well, it does its own.
Someone's
Sorry,
making
no,
some
it's
popcorn.
my microwave.
Oh,
No, it's not
I
my.
thought it was the bomb.
My bad.
On.
It's the ant coming, like ready to.
Robo aunt.
That should be her ringtone. Some atomic thing going off. Sorry. Gary Page says thanks, mates. Yeah, we
No.
want you to stay around.
He says verisimilitude says good luck long term, Gary, and I think Gary says thanks, mate, to verisimilitude.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
We forgot to read Wade's first comment. He feels like $1 million with. Oh shit, we can't read it. Okay, I'm glad you feel like $1 million, Wade.
Without it though.
Right, but I got you.
Yeah.
Jason asks, what's my take, or maybe all of our take, on physical media adding a digital code with 60% off their releases? At times, the digital code is actually UHD films, or if it's just the DVD code, it's just I don't know. It's a long question. I don't even know what he's asking.
Stuff I can't do.
Wade has a good comment. Did Wade just show up?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I just prefer physical to digital. That's my answer.
Mm-hmm.
Wade says, yeah, certain politics are ruining horror movies. They are no longer horror movies. Right. Wade really wants me to review Slumber Party 2021, and it's just, yeah.
Slumber Party
and to some extent, the new James Bond have been ruined by these wackos. That's true. I haven't seen the new Bond yet. I will. Austin says the Hills Have Eyes remake was okay. If he's talking about
what year was that?
I think that was 05 or 06. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if they remade it like for a third time.
Yeah. I mean, by today's,
they remake stuff like 30 times in a row now.
By today's standards, it's a lot better than it would be now. But I'm for the original, obviously. Wade says, though James Bond isn't a horror movie, but now it is after what they did to it. There you go.
Yeah, and Wade, they do this on purpose because they're losing money off this type of shit.
Mm-hmm.
And they know they're losing money, but they don't care about the money because they just print it off.
Right.
They're doing it on purpose. They want
to lessen the value of it. Yeah.
Yeah, they're doing it on purpose to ruin all your idols. So they know what they're doing.
Oh yeah. Verisimilitude says if you like Black Xmas, then all you need to see is the fan film.
Oh yeah, that keeps coming up.
Me, Billy. It's a great sequel. I haven't seen that.
Probably on YouTube, but
okay.
Yeah. Thanks for that.
Never saw Black Xmas. This was Jason Sum. Was only made because Sci-Fi bought the rights. It was made as a tax shelter. Not sure why everyone went crazy for the remake. It was made for TV. It's a TV film.
I don't know if he's talking about the first remake or the second one.
Maybe it was a second remake. First, I don't know.
Gary says, I don't stream movies, just buy discs. Yeah, there you go.
Big old thumbs back up to you.
There you go.
Do you have a Blu-ray player, Nate?
Yes, I do.
Do you buy Blu-rays?
Yeah, haven't you been listening? I'm a physical media guy.
I don't watch.
I'm still stuck on DVDs.
I thought you mainly bought DVDs. I don't know why.
Interesting. I buy both.
DVDs and the old stuff because every time I seem to watch a video from you, I don't watch every video you make. But right. when I watch them, it's like I go VHS or this or that. I just thought you didn't buy Blu-rays for some reason.
No,
but you do buy Blu-rays. Here it is. Halloween Kills Blu-ray feature. Okay, yeah, I'm an idiot.
Maybe you're confusing it with the 4K, which I'm not keen on or eager on upgrading to. Yeah.
But do you mainly watch?
He's talking about the second remake of Black Christmas.
Oh, Matt's asking me a question.
What do you mainly watch? Like, if you had to say, like, what form of physical media do you probably do you watch the most of? DVD, VHS? Like, what's the?
Yeah, I don't really watch VHS. It's more like just showing the collectible ancient. So it's DVD and Blu-ray. Yeah. Mm-hmm. If it's not on Blu-ray, then DVD, or if I don't like something enough to get on Blu-ray that I got on DVD. So DVD and Blu-ray are my most watched formats.
Do you have a nice TV, or do you watch them on like a?
Yeah, I'd say
projector?
so. I mean, it's 10 years old now. It's a 3D Sony.
Oh, okay. And Will Powell says, I always find the quality of DVD perfectly fine for the most part. Yeah, and it is. I think DVD's great. Yeah, pretty much for most things.
I've said it before that I would have been perfectly fine with DVD for the rest of my life. I mean, it was much better than VHS that I grew up with.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think 1080. I think Blu-ray like 1080 is too much for most movies. Like I don't like seeing like every wrinkle.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, and that's 1080p. 4K is even worse.
Oh
but
my god.
1080p still like, wow, this is. I don't know. It doesn't even. It's. I don't know. It's too. It looks more realistic than real life. I don't know. The quality wise.
That's interesting.
I think 720. I mean, regular HD I think is good, like 720. But I guess it all depends on the size of the screen you're watching it on too. So that plays a part as well.
I guess Jason was talking about the second Black Christmas remake. Yeah, since that was PG-13, I can see how that could have been made for the TV because it's you don't see anything in it. Verisimilitude. Go ahead.
Sorry. Now, how I was gonna ask because Wade brought up. How is Laserdisc quality? I've never watched a Laserdisc.
Yeah, that's hard to explain. I mean, it's Wade. Yeah, Wade would be the one to ask. He'd go crazy defending it. But I mean, it's like maybe just a few small, teeny-weeny steps above VHS quality.
Okay, interesting. So it's like, make a jump between them. And now Verisimilitude, dude.
Yeah, I see a lot of chat coming on.
I'd love to come on the show sometime, Nate, for an F-13 retrospective.
Oh, you're talking about Skype? Yeah, we could do that. Yeah. Is that what he's talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, we can start doing that and get that Australian accent going. We can whatchamacallit, plan something.
Okay. Yay.
Can he just come on
I think you just started
the
something
Thursday show?
What's that, Matt?
Can he go on like one of the Thursday shows?
Yeah, I was thinking maybe Thursday.
How's that sound, Verisimilitude?
Wow, the chat's really going, man.
I know. We got to take a chat break. Where the hell am I? Okay.
Right Will Powell.
Will Powell.
Yeah, but we kind of talked about that.
Let's just read it.
I'll just read it.
All right.
Will always finds the quality of DVD perfectly fine for the most part. Oh, yeah, okay. I think, that's true. Wade says, Nate's Laserdisc player is collecting dust despite the fact he has a bunch of awesome Laserdisc releases. Yep. Austin says, late 90s DVDs are awful, but they got better in the 2000s. Yeah, that's kind of true.
That's true.
Will says, I've lost track with. Okay. Oh, HD, Blu-ray, 4K. He's lost track of it all. Yeah, it's too much.
It's kind of all the same.
20,000K.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. What's next? Wade says the 4K, 2K scan of the Kindred makes most of the actors in the movie look ugly looking. You see their wrinkles and zits. I definitely prefer Laserdisc release of Kindred over Blu-ray. See, there's a perfect example of HD being too much.
Sometimes too much definition is too much.
It's too much. I think 4K is always too much.
Oh God.
Personally.
4K,
it's too much. HD, I think Blu-ray is too much definition a lot of the time. Sometimes it works, but it's.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Especially on them close-ups.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which you're gonna have in a movie. So tone it down to 720. We're good. The happy medium.
Austin says Laserdisc looks like a film print to me.
Interesting.
Okay. Jason says Laserdisc is only good for the rare catalog titles that never went on to DVD, etc. Austin says Laserdisc looks less digital than DVD, more natural looking. Yeah, that's one thing that I noticed when DVD came along, is that it definitely had a digital look to it. But it
was the first. Wasn't it like the first? Is Laserdisc digital? It's on a disc.
Yeah,
technically digital,
I think the image is technically analog, but
it is analog.
I think the image is analog, but the sound can be digital on Laserdiscs. But I think the image.
Oh, okay.
when Laserdisc started, it was analog sound. So later on, they did put digital sound on them, but I think the image on them are basically not digital. I'm not 100% though.
Yeah, but either way, DVD was like the real first push to a digital image.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, totally see that. Where even VHS was still film.
Yeah.
And
where the hell am I?
Laser. 1080 Military dude. 1080p isn't kind to the original F-13 when it comes to the kills.
Yeah. Yeah. The sharper the transfers get, the fakier the fake stuff looks.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That's what's great about that. That's what's great about that Fisher Price video camera I had as a kid, because it looked like it was a half of a K, or maybe not even a K. It was just like, you know how you got 720p, it was more like 5p. So anything would look good on it. You know, you could hang model spaceships from fishing line and you wouldn't see the fishing line. It was really cool.
Interesting.
Yeah. So where the hell am I? Oh, okay. Gary says, agree with Matthew. I'm never going 4K. Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, I'm not going 4K.
I'm not looking forward to it. Verisimilitude says, I was thinking in the near future I need to get another PC. Okay. Good. Jason says HD DVD was a cool idea. Shame it was botched. Well, isn't it pretty much what Blu-ray ended up being?
Yeah, it was competing.
Yeah, they always have to do that when they start a format. They didn't have a competing one with 4K though.
No, they did it, which is weird. I always thought HD. Yeah, I remember those competing, but the HD DVD versus Blu-ray was like real crazy competition.
I know.
That was I'd never seen that level of competition for a format to go forward.
Yep.
Like, I know I'm not as old as you guys, but still, I was like, holy shit! Like, they're really battling
Watch
out.
it.
Like, who's gonna win this one? Who's gonna win this one?
Well,
it was Blu-ray.
You probably don't even know this, but the same thing happened when DVD started. There was a competitor against DVD.
I was alive when DVD kind of started, but I don't remember there being.
Yeah, you would have been
crazy,
like 9, 10.
Yeah, I don't remember there being a crazy competition for it like there was for Blu-ray.
It might have not have been as crazy, but there was one.
What was it?
It was called like DivX, DVIX, and it was the stupid thing where you buy the disc, and for the first 48 hours, you could play it as many times as you want for free. The disc was cheap. It was like $5, but after 48 hours, each time you watch it, you got to pay. And I don't know how the hell they made that work in the late 90s. You would have had to have the player connected to some hub via your phone line. Isn't that ridiculous?
Yeah, that's stupid. That's why it never.
Yeah.
I don't think the competition was too strong for that one.
It was ridiculous. But some studios were on board for DivX only when the war started, and some studios were on board for DVD. So it was this war. Beth's getting bored.
Like DVD one.
DVD one.
I'm just trying to keep
wait. I know I can't. I don't want to jump, but I'll jump to the comment where Wade says HD DVD was never going to beat Blu-ray because HD DVD couldn't hold as much data.
Oh.
With that said, I've seen some HD DVD releases. They don't look much different than Blu-ray. Maybe a little less bitrate. Yeah, I mean, it was pretty obvious. But wasn't HD DVD a little cheaper though? I don't remember.
Oh yeah, I don't remember that at all. I didn't care. I was happy with DVD when the Blu-ray HD DVD war was happening.
Yeah, I don't care about Blu-ray. At that point, whatever. I think once Blu-ray came out, I was still renting DVDs from like Redbox and watching stuff online. So I never cared about Blu-ray. Like I think I have a Blu-ray player on my Xbox, but that's about it.
I'm feeling overwhelmed by this.
The chat, yeah.
Yeah. Oh well.
Okay.
Where were we?
I don't know.
I might have to skip over a couple because it's all kind of talking about what we were talking about.
Yeah.
Austin. All right, so Austin says Arrow Video does the best job with balancing out digital and natural-looking film. Wade says Night Flyers and Nightlife are two 80s horror movies that are stuck on Laserdisc. and VHS Night Flyer is a space horror movie, and Nightlife is a zombie movie. And then Jason says UHD isn't technically for general public, but consumers have to be in the know when it comes to tech. And
yeah, this is just
a lot of the same from different people.
Yeah, let's go to Austin. Still has his DVDs through in VHS.
Oh, sweet.
Austin's a Blu-ray nut these days, though.
Uh-oh.
Okay, we got a Blu-ray nut in here. As we're all talking about like Laserdisc and DVDs and VHS.
But okay, I will give Blu-ray a little bit of a point, because I just realized I was rewatching some of my DVDs and they got disc rot, and I've only owned them for maybe 10 years. And I can't watch
is
them
it
anymore.
Blu-ray stronger?
Yeah, I think Blu-ray's not
as sensitive.
Well, no, I don't think it's
more durable, isn't it?
Well, yeah, I guess DVDs can do this thing where they like quote unquote rot, where you can treat them just fine, but for some reason it just like sometimes they become unplayable. But I don't think Blu-ray's immune to that either, but maybe not as common. But
that's like only gives Blu-ray a half point on that.
But at that point, the Blu-ray seems stupid now, because you can just store why even have Blu-ray? You could just store that on a tiny little like a little like the cards that you'll put in your phone, but something even smaller, just like a little
disc?
like a little SSD drive. It seems like Blu-ray's pointless now.
Yeah, I guess
I'd rather have the SSD because I know it's going to last longer and be more durable.
Yeah, the answer to that is I guess the Blu-ray discs are cheaper than one of them memory cards.
That's true. Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
But maybe we'd rather pay the extra amount to have something that'll last, but who knows?
But then you could have multiple movies on that memory card.
Oh, that's true.
Because you could have more storage. So, I don't know. I think you're right. Blu-ray still is cheaper storage-wise, but I don't think it's that much cheaper in the long run. Especially if you got it converted.
Versimilitude says there's going to be a lot of movies lost to time because they were only ever on VHS. That's true. A lot of stuff on tape never going to make it any further, so that's true.
How long will VHS tape last if it doesn't get played?
Well,
I mean, given a decent environment, like in a box.
I mean, shit, I've got 40-year-old tapes that'll play. You gotta just, I guess, store them in a
box, right? Just store them in your house
the case that they came in, and just make sure it doesn't get all, hot or cold or whatever, or damp, I guess.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. I'm not going to be able to read all these comments. I just feel overwhelmed, but I will read this one. Gary says, what is Beth's favorite film of all time?
Oh.
Film?
Well, movie. You can call it a movie. Uh-oh, Beth is...
I might have to think about that one for a minute and get back to you.
She's going to think about it.
Wade says, yesterday the Matrix Laserdisc sold on auction for over $400. Does anyone here think the Matrix is worth over $400? I sure do.
No.
That's crazy. Well, I didn't know they had it on a Laserdisc.
I don't think any movie is worth $400.
Unless it was the last copy, I guess.
Yeah.
Like on Earth, like, oh shit, that's the last copy. I guess I'm paying $400 or $800.
Austin says Blu-rays have a scratch-resistant surface. That's true. DVDs don't. Yeah. That's true. Oh my God, I'm scrolling down and it's like a nightmare.
You need to keep. What Austin says, you need to keep a VHS in room temperature household and in a dry place, so they don't get tape mold. Now, can you fix tape mold? Like, is there any way to get rid of the mold without ruining the
I've
quality
honestly
of the
never,
film?
I've never experienced tape mold. So
I feel like that would be like pretty extreme to get that.
Yeah, you'd have to be in like Florida with no air conditioning and 100% humidity for months, I guess.
All right, so I'm going to chime in and try to answer Gary's question. Was it the favorite film?
Favorite movie, yeah.
Honestly, the only movie that comes to mind is Labyrinth with David Bowie, because that's the one movie that has stuck to me through the years. Like, soundtrack, characters, it's very vivid for me. So I'd have to say Labyrinth.
Her answer is Labyrinth. Has Matt seen it? Probably not up his alley.
What's it called?
Labyrinth?
Labyrinth. It's got
How do you spell that?
David Well, he's
Labrinth. Labyrinth.
he's gonna search it.
Oh,
With David
Jennifer-
Bowie, Jennifer
that hot-
Connelly. Yep.
she's hot, man.
Well, she's a kid in that movie, man.
Oh, she's. I can't think of. I didn't know
Yeah, I
that.
think she's like
She was hot.
she's like
Oh,
13,
no.
14 years old. In
They're
that
gonna
movie.
cut that out. And they're gonna. This guy's a pedo. No, but I just said she is hot. So like,
Yeah.
I wasn't implying because of the movie. In
Yeah.
the movie.
No, but
I never
I'm
saw
still.
the movie. I never even heard of it. So
Oh,
there you go. Right.
A lot
so
of
you
people
can't sit
from your
there and-
generation haven't. I introduced my kids to it, and they love it. They want to watch it every time we get together. So I think that's
Yeah,
another
because when
reason why it's dear to my heart.
No, but the thing is, when I googled the movie, like her name came up and her face,
she's-
of now, and I was like, oh yeah, she was hot. That's all. And then Nate's like, she was a kid. I'm like, oh, she's not in the movie.
But I can't deny my Freddy Krueger love. So for Nightmare on Elm Street and Labyrinth are probably my top.
And this
Top
is a
films.
horror movie.
no, it's a family movie.
It's kind of a kid horror movie, but
It's
it is
not
a family
horror,
movie.
It's not a horror movie.
For a kid, it can be scary.
Well, it's scary for me. I'm an adult.
It's just a fun.
Looks creepy.
Yep.
mythical.
trailer now?
I guess mythical would be a better answer for it. It's a PG-13 movie. I watched it when I was 12.
This is creepy. Yeah, it's not horror, but it's creepy looking.
Yeah, they did
It's
a lot
kid
of those
horror.
in the 80s, like Dark
Gremlins,
Crystal,
Dark Crystal.
Never-Ending Story.
Yeah, this is oh. Like, what drugs were they on when they made this?
Yeah,
it's like, this is
exactly.
creepy.
Beth's pissed at you.
No, I'm not saying it's bad. It's definitely creepy, dude.
Put
Like,
yourself into like a 12-year-old mind and watch it. It's actually
I'm
very
32
fun.
and this looks creepy. You know?
Didn't say it wasn't creepy. It's one of my favorites. Okay, I'm a horror buff. What do you expect me to say? Sesame Street?
Yeah.
That's pretty creepy.
Well, now you see the new Sesame Street. What they're pushing now.
I'm not even.
Let's
not
talk about
even.
creepy.
Oh,
It's beyond creepy.
Jason says sealed VHS tapes are selling for $1,200 on eBay. Holy cow!
Yeah.
Those are people really chasing their childhood, I guess.
But I don't know
It's
if
like-
I answered Gary Page's question, did I?
Well, sure.
Okay.
He said Labyrinth. He says great, creepy family film.
Okay.
Sorry, everyone, if I don't read everyone's comments. I feel really flooded. Yeah. Nothing against anyone. Wade has
So apparently, tape mold can be fixed if you clean it. So I guess that's not a big deal.
Okay. Wade says he's got Labyrinth on DVD and Laserdisc.
Oh, goody.
Send it over to Beth.
Beth,
I already have it on.
she's got DVD.
I have 2 copies on VHS.
Yeah, but
and
do you
I
have it
think-
on Laserdisc?
No.
Well, she doesn't have a Laserdisc player.
I would have to undust Nate's to play it. But I have the Labyrinth game actually too, that I will never open.
Oh yeah, she's crazy about not opening things so she can not sell them when they're worth more in the future.
Or
Not
sell them
when they're worth
and they'll be
more.
worth more.
Well, she always says, yeah, they'll be worth more in the future. And then I'm like, okay, so you're going to sell them? No.
No.
Well, then what does it matter if they're worth more in the future?
Well, my offspring might need money, so
Well, never mind.
You have two offspring.
I have 2 offspring.
Both. I don't want to get too broad. Both women, both girls.
That's a really good question.
Um,
I'm gonna leave that one to a blank line. I'm sorry. Can't divulge.
Can I say something that's...
One of them fell into pop culture. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh God, am I gonna find them on TikTok or something by accident? Like doing
You
some crazy
might.
stuff?
My oldest
Oh,
offspring
great.
might be. My oldest offspring is more.
let me ask you this, Beth. When they're 18, am I gonna find them on another website?
No, because my oldest one is already almost 19.
Yeah, she hasn't popped up yet on them that you're aware of.
I don't really follow my offspring online.
Oh,
I
well,
don't
yeah.
want to.
Yeah.
There's certain things a mom should never know about their children.
Yeah. Absolutely, yeah.
So maybe
Wow.
on a private conversation I could answer those questions, but I don't want to divulge it to
Yeah,
everyone.
yeah. You don't want anyone. Yeah, I get you.
I appreciate it.
Versimilitude says, how lucky are we that the tape survived that had the extra gore footage for Friday 2 survived. It was amazing getting to finally see that footage. Yeah, that was pretty kind of fun, wasn't it?
Wow, we're actually entering 2.5 hours. We have 4 people on.
Are you doing a 3-hour show, Nate? Or?
Well,
we're just having fun.
We'll go to 3 hours. I don't know. It's easier to do when you've got someone on the phone, isn't it?
When you have more than one person to 2 people talking, that's why I love the fact that you're with us, Matt, because the show goes a lot smoother and a lot faster, and time just slips by. So normally, if it was just me and Nate, we'd be done by now. But we're going on our.
I can ramble a lot too.
Yeah,
you're a good filler, Matt. No.
Yeah.
I mean good that in the best way.
What's the longest Beth has been on the show for?
I think we might have done 3 hours. The first show, she was kind of inebriated.
Kind of.
She was inebriated, so...
I think the first show was the longest show, but we cut back since
She wasn't as inebriated since... She would have been today, right? Except you're out.
My go-go juice is not here.
Mm-hmm.
What made you want to do a stream today? What was like the...
Oh, well...
Well, okay, honestly speaking, I was kind of feeling unappreciated. Like they didn't like me very much. I don't know. I felt inadequate.
Who's they?
The right word.
She feels
Who's they?
She felt no. See, they didn't say anything. She just feels inadequate if it's a kind of a primarily a movie channel and people are
a lot of movie
talking
stuff.
about all kinds of movie stuff and she doesn't know a lot of it. So no one said anything. It's just how she felt on her own.
Oh, she wants to redeem herself or something.
Well, no.
Well, I'm not.
Well, no. Since then, she's admitted she felt inadequate, and then people have come back with positive feedback saying, "No, we like hearing Beth."
Because one comment was, "I thought this was a huge movie fanatic show,
or a movie show," but you can't let
this
comments...
was before today.
Yeah, but they do that when I talk today, and then they'll do it when I talk in the chat.
Yeah. So I was feeling like they didn't really want to hear my opinion, so I kind of cut down on my Beth and Nate shows. But since then, they've had some positive words for me. So this was my way of saying thank you, and I might do more in the new year. I'm going to try for at least one a month. But again, my personal life does affect my ability to go on the Nate and Beth show.
Well, I like that the Nate and Beth, you because I know every Thursday Nate's been doing his regular scheduled programming.
I'm not scheduled. I just pop up.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's nice that Nate was streaming more because when he'd go with you, it would be whatever, you know. Mm-hmm. Like, oh, look, you know, you get more streams from Nate than just every Thursday. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's a bonus, the Nate and Beth show?
Yeah, it's a bonus. Exactly right.
Thank you.
Bonus feature, you know.
Aww.
Do you like that, Nate? Your regular scheduled programming.
Am I the blooper disc?
Show?
Yeah, regular scheduled programming.
Am I the blooper disc then, Matt?
Yeah.
Isn't that funny how they even just call it programming? They don't even hide it.
Right.
It's like what? Like all the words to use. It's like you call it programming. Like, would you call your show programming?
No.
Nate, like would
I call deprogramming?
What? Deprogramming. That's good. Yeah, the deprogramming show. That's actually clever.
There's a lot of chat popping.
Deprogramming show.
Yeah.
The open source show, the deprogramming, and I don't know.
See, we're cryptid with the truth, but I'm not scared to say it.
Well, you better be on this show.
We're cryptid with it.
Jason says, "Is collecting anything a form of OCD?" Oh, it can be. I mean, there's
Depends on what you're collecting.
Right, hoardism. There's hoarders, you know. So I mean, it definitely collecting can be like considered an addiction. I would imagine. I don't call myself a collector. I mean, it's not like I get the stuff to collect. I get each thing because I want each thing. I guess it's collect. I don't know what the hell, but I don't think I'm.
He's a selective collector.
I don't think I'm overboard. I don't buy much these days. All the stuff I'm showing is stuff I've had for years.
Mm-hmm. Is your aunt there? Are you kicking
her
out?
No, sorry. I was pulling out something to drink out of my fridge. My bad.
I just heard a door slam.
I hit the fridge. I mean the microwave. Okay. This is the microwave. Is that you hearing?
Yeah. I just heard a door slam.
Looks like
sorry.
Got
that was a microwave.
Couple people saying 4K TV upscales DVD to 1080. Well, that's a good news. Hopefully, I'll never have to have a 4K TV, but
I think my friend has a 4K TV, and we watched a movie on it, and it didn't look right.
What I'm thinking in retrospect was that motion. There's this feature on TVs that's like a motion thing where it makes it seem all smooth and it makes it seem like phony baloney. I turn mine off. I hate that look.
Yeah.
On Sony, it's called motion flow.
I don't know. If
people
look like they can come out and get you, I don't like it.
What, Matt?
Are you using your iPhone to talk on Skype?
Yeah.
With me? You have an iPhone 6S, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. You like the 6S? Is that like a...
Well,
that's like...
It was my first iPhone, and I wanted a cheap one to try it because I'm too paranoid about breaking this freaking fragile thing, so I didn't want to spend too much on the first one and break it.
Uh-huh.
So it was my tipping my toe into the smartphone arena.
I'm just reading the
But
chat.
it's still a good phone today, that 6S.
Well, yeah, holy crap, it's working well.
Yeah, I mean, and you can get an iPhone 7 or an 8 for like $100, $150, you know, now.
Yeah.
But like you said, you like those minis a lot, don't you?
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe, I don't know. I'm just going to use this as long as it works, and I'll use this as long as it works and whatever.
No, I don't blame you, yeah. I mean, you can always change the battery on those things, too, if the battery goes out.
Not anymore.
Oh, you could pop it out. It's a little harder, but yeah, you could do it.
I'd probably just get a new phone, but thanks.
Okay. I mean, I like my iPhone SE. That's a good phone.
I don't know who wants to read. Beth likes this comment. Do you want to read it, Beth?
Read it, Beth.
No, that makes me seem like.
Oh, okay. Well, Versamillion.
Beth adds a lot of value to your shoe. I guess your show.
Wait, where's that? Oh, yeah. Beth says.
Jason's.
Versimilitude says Beth is fine in my book. Jason says she adds a lot of value to my shoe. Which one, the left or right? Jason says can't use open stores.
Scores.
Soars. Oh, Soars. Think Stern still owns that name. Yeah, my brain's kind of mush at this point. Oh, I can't comprehend what I'm reading. Austin says, old black and white 50s films look surprisingly good on Blu-ray. Aren't they great? It's too bad they went away from black and white. Matt might not agree, but that's okay.
Yeah, black and white.
Matt can't do black and white. That's okay.
Well, I think black and white's cool for like in a movie where they go like they're trying to portray the past. Like,
we're talking about movies that were made when movies were primarily. You don't like old movies.
Oh, okay. So Jason must be doing like a typo thing for his comment. Well, thank you, Versimilitude and Jason. I do feel better after those comments.
Beth, are you used to being like talking on the internet or doing this kind of stuff? Oh, okay.
No, it took Nate probably 3 months to convince me to even do the very first Nate and Beth show.
And you were drunk for it, weren't you?
Yeah,
I was.
I remember that.
I couldn't do it sober. I could, but
fine.
I don't think I would be as talkative.
Yeah, it's fine.
I don't like my voice.
Oh my God. That's what everyone loves about.
Well, that's all they can hear on the Beth and Nate show is my voice. They can't. Well, I guess they have one picture of me.
They got one. You're gonna do more pictures, or is that the one picture?
That'll be the one for now. I like that one. That's at a fire. So
yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's kind of a fun one.
You take that with your iPhone?
No way. That's a digital SLR.
Oh, no shit. Okay.
Nikon camera.
Oh, okay. So you brought that to take photos?
Media.
Yeah, that's probably like a I don't know, maybe a 3 or 4 second exposure.
I've seen I like the original Psycho. I'm not saying I liked a couple of movies from I've seen the original Psycho. It was a good movie.
I agree with Gary Page. Sorry, I'm eating, can't multitask. So yeah, eating and typing do conflict with each other.
Yeah, the original Psycho was really good, and everyone seemed to try to copy off of that.
Yeah.
You know, with the twist that they did.
Yeah.
Okay, so
and that actor was so much creepier than any of the remakes.
Oh yeah, you mean Norman?
He nailed it. Like he was like a fucking creepy psycho.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see.
Wade, it was good.
Wade Wilson says, Will Matt watch the original Psycho movie? The remake of Psycho was this the one we were talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
Sorry.
Kind of cruddy with Vince Vaughn, literally a copy
Yeah,
and
Vince
paste
Vaughn
of the
sucks.
original plagiarism. Yeah, that was a joke.
That was terrible.
Jason says, I think everyone hates their voice. Everyone always says that.
Yeah, because you don't hear what other people hear.
I don't hate mine, but I've been recording it and playing it back my
He's
whole
got
life.
used to it.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, and don't put this in stone, I would like to do at least one a month.
Oh, I'm writing it down. We're gonna remind
He's getting his chisel out.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's on my iPhone. It's gonna be on a reminder. It's gonna be.
Okay, now I can't let Matt down since he's doing this.
I know this is kind of a video talk, but it just popped up on my YouTube. Nate, Beth, anyone in this chat too? Have you ever seen this commercial, the Volvo?
Volvo what?
I think he's drinking.
He's ducking from.
Uh-oh. He's still alive, Matt?
Must be his aunt. Yikes. Jason says Some Like It Hot is a very underrated film. It's a really pretty black and white film. Austin says I have all the Psycho films on DVD. Yeah, so do I. I never wanted to bother upgrading the Blu-ray. I hope Matt's okay. Oh! Matt put in chat his aunt knocked at the door.
Oops.
We were kind of worried there, but we figured that's what was happening. Versimilitude says, Matt, you're doing yourself a disservice. There are heaps of black and white classics. Yeah, well, sometimes it's generational, but sometimes people don't like certain things. Gary says, you all sound fine. I sound fine. Wait, I sound like a little kid. Wow. Okay, so Matt's staying quiet. That's funny how he goes from Skype to chat.
Right. It's okay. It's okay. We understand.
He turned my light and monitor off now.
Oh, no. He's going into silent mode.
You start snoring or something loud. Yeah.
All right.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
I'm gonna go up into my.
This sounds like we're kind of in a movie.
He's gonna go what?
Into my loft. It's a little quieter up here. I'm gonna whisper.
He's got a.
I can't. I'm in my loft. I'm in my loft with the lights out. Did you guys hear the knocking? Did you guys hear the knocking?
No.
I can't remember.
I don't think I did. I'm sorry.
Okay. I heard a loud knock, and then I heard the voice again. I don't think she can hear my voice. I don't know though, unless she's listening in. I don't think so though. I'm not gonna look out the window right now. But yeah, I can't see the chat because I don't have my monitor on.
That's all right.
So,
just read the chat and I'll respond.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll read this. This what's it called? Jab at you here. Versimilitude says, Matt, you're doing yourself a disservice. There are heaps of black and white classics.
That's true. I didn't think I really liked black and white until I started dating you, and then now I'm like hooked on them.
So once me and Matt start going out, maybe he'll appreciate black and white more.
All right. Well, I love to you.
Oh my god.
I'm not gonna stop a bromance from blossoming.
Jason says the last picture show, awesome looking black and white film nobody talks about. I think people do. I don't think I've seen it.
Blair Witch.
Gary says Blair Witch. I hope he's joking.
Right now.
Oh no, I don't. Is it not? I don't know if he's referring to Matt's situation or it's part black and white.
Oh, Blair Witch is part black and white. Yeah. No, I can't help but think this is kind of out of a movie scare.
Oh yeah, like hiding from the monster.
Mm-hmm.
And again, it was like the same situation because I have my headphones on right now, and I'm talking to you guys just like how I told you last time. in the podcast.
Yeah.
I gotta whisper, but yeah, I'm listening to that podcast and I hear the hey, you know, and then I'm here talking to you and I hear the loud knock or something. I hear a loud bang and I was like, then I hear the just the voice because it's like she's outside my shed. I can't really hear because the door's closed, but I can tell it's her.
Yeah.
Oh, Clerks, black and white.
I don't think we've ever watched that.
I wanted to watch Clerks.
You've never seen it?
No.
Uh-oh. Not very Christmassy, though.
That's okay.
Jason.
There's Mallrats I haven't seen
Oh,
either.
I don't like that.
Didn't they come out at the same time, Clerks and
No.
Mallrats?
Well, one after another.
Yeah. I know one followed the other one.
Austin says originally the final girl from Friday 13th Part 2 was going to be in Part 3 in a hospital. Okay. Gary.
I think she's gone, guys, so I think I can talk.
Gary just says Matthew's situation, so I don't know what that means. He's.
Oh, I think that's where the Blair.
Oh, okay. Blair Witch. Okay.
That's kind of what I was thinking.
Yeah, that's what
I gotta whisper or a quiet place.
Isn't it kind of funny how the whll show is like, oh, we gotta.
It's more like a quiet place. Yeah.
Like, hopefully my aunt doesn't knock on the door, and it's just like it happens. You know.
Mm-hmm. So Verisimilitude said Clerks is decent. I liked the sequel more. I haven't seen it, so I can't really say. But no, I'm sorry. Your situation right now reminds me of A Quiet Place, where if they hear you, they'll still get you.
Now let me ask you a question.
Which one?
In the chat.
Okay.
Let me just double check that she's going.
Gary loves Clerks. Gary loves Clerks.
Might have to watch it soon. Oh, we watched Frogs. Thank you for whoever suggested it.
It might have been Austin. Did Austin suggest Frogs? Since the last Nate and Beth show we watched it, what did you think of it?
I thought it was amazing.
Well, okay.
For that time. But watching it was kind of slow.
Don't do anything, though.
It's nature. Nature getting back at
humans. Was other frogs commanding the rest of the nature?
I think so. I think the frogs were kind of like they'd show the frogs and nature would kind of do stuff.
Uh-huh.
So I did like it.
And I'm going to ask you, Nate and Beth, in the chat. Isn't it kind of rude to like, maybe because I just don't like her much. Isn't it kind of rude to like, you know, like say you were living out in this little shed. Like, isn't it rude just to knock on your door when, like, it's pretty obvious I don't want to go in the house. Like, I would have went in there, right? Like, isn't it? I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean, you got to think through the mind of someone like your aunt must be. Like, oh, I'm here. Maybe she thinks it's rude that you're not in the house.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure, but wouldn't you be like, okay, maybe he just, you know, maybe.
Well,
maybe this.
Right. Personally, I would be like, well, he's not in here. That means he doesn't want to be seen.
Yeah, you want to be seen. Exactly. And she also she always asks me to. I know I'm sorry to derail. I just think it's funny.
She always asks.
She always she'll text message me like every half a year to ask me to do some type of work for her, and I just always ignore it.
Okay.
Like, this has been going on for years now. And then the last time I saw her, I immediately walked out of the house.
Mm.
So, like, how much more obvious do you have to fucking
Maybe
make
she's
it?
trying to bury the hatchet in your head.
Oh, that's a line from the movie we watched last night. Yeah.
I don't know. I just think it's funny how this whole show was just like, oh, looking out for my aunt. And then out of nowhere, you were like, Matt, are you there? Are you there, Matt? It's like, no, I'm hiding in my loft.
Yeah.
I'm hiding from the creepy aunt on Christmas.
Jason says there's a Clerk. I think he means Clerks 3. Horrible idea. Didn't Clerks 3 become that the sequel to Jay and Silent Bob, the reboot or whatever?
I never watched that either.
I mean, I'm not big on Kevin Smith movies. That's the guy who makes them all.
Okay.
Because, for reasons. Austin says, I remember Frogs. It should have been called Pests. Jason says, Hell Comes to Frogtown. Oh, is that a movie that he thinks is better than Frogs? Very well could be true.
Wow. I was going to ask you guys a question right when she knocked on the door.
You were.
Have you seen the Volvo Trucks commercial with Van Damme?
Oh, well, the ones where
he does the split.
Yeah. Oh, that's old, ain't it?
Yeah, it's kind of old, but I still think it's one of the best commercials ever. I love that commercial.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we've seen it. So you think it's real?
It is. Yeah, it is real. They did. He has a harness on him, so he doesn't fall.
But he's doing it for
green screen, but he's doing it for real. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
And if you watch the behind the scenes, they explain it. And while the director was explaining what was gonna happen, like even Van Damme was like, he was just like, we're gonna do what? Like that, he was just like, he looked a little scared and a little shocked. Like even he was like, because these truck drivers have to, you know what I mean? Like drive really, can you imagine having to do that? Like reverse, like he was just like, are they gonna be able to, you know what I mean? Like
yeah, otherwise they'll just break his legs like a wishbone.
Well, I mean, he has the harness, but even then, I wouldn't want to rely on that. But yeah, I mean, that was real.
Yeah, I remember that. That seems like it's old. Beth's pulling it up on her phone.
Yeah, it was. I was browsing YouTube and it popped up, and I was like, oh, that was an amazing commercial. I don't know. I just thought the music was good. The split. I don't know, his little thing he says in the beginning. I was just like, this is it. Now, if all commercials could be this good.
Yeah, there you go.
It's like, yeah, it's like art.
Yep. Beth's watching it on silent. But wait.
I
don't think this is it.
Oh, it's a parody. Beth accidentally found some alternate version of it. I think someone did. Yeah. Beth can't find the real one. Austin says, "Don't need Clerks 3. Kevin Smith needs to retire." I agree. Give it up, buddy. Jason says, yes, Smith has lost his mind. He got into bed with DC and Marvel and stopped being smart.
Oh, that one?
Oh, he's like super woke now, dude.
I know. Didn't he screw up some He-Man show?
Yeah, he was wearing a double diaper on his face while he was hiking. You ever see that Twitter photo of him?
No, I don't look for photos of him.
Well, I don't look for him either, but it kind of popped up because people were making fun of him. He was wearing a double diaper, and he posted a Twitter photo of him going, all superheroes wear masks. He's doing you should wear your diaper. So he's like, all superheroes wear the diaper. And he's like, I'm double diapered, and all superheroes like Batman wear their diapers, so you should too.
Uh-huh.
It was just him trying to be like, you should wear your diaper.
Okay.
He was in the middle of the woods,
I know. How's about that?
I think he was complaining because some guy said something. I think if I remember correctly, maybe someone in the chat, if they recall or knew about this, I think someone I think he was hiking in the woods and someone was like, "What are you doing wearing a mask?" I think someone asked him, "Why are you wearing a mask?"
Yeah. Why you keep saying the M word though?
Oh, I'm sorry. Wearing the diaper, and then I think that's when he made the Twitter photo to be like, "Oh, you should wear the diaper like me." Sorry, I said the M word. Are we good? I said the M word.
Well, we'll find out.
I think you could say the M word. Okay?
Because people superheroes wear them, so you should be able to say it. Jason says, "Was JCVD clean when he did the stunt though?" Ha 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 ha.
Yeah, it seemed like a PR stunt. Yeah, it seemed kind of. Yeah, I agree. It seemed kind of set up, but either way, it was the stupidest thing ever. If you see the photo, oh my god, he's wearing 2 diapers.
Versimilitude says Kevin Smith needs to just go away now. The old Kevin would beat him up. He'd sit on him.
Guys, maybe he was cloned. We don't know.
That's true.
Maybe that's not the real Smith. We don't even know. We can't prove that was the real. I mean, he's really skinny now.
I know. It could be
So maybe it's a guy with an actual M word on. Maybe someone's wearing a Hollywood
a Kevin Smith M.
Yeah, Kevin. We have no way of verifying any of this shit. We don't know how many people are actually real anymore. We don't know anything. They lie and fake so much stuff. How are you just going to take their word that this is actually the person or what they're saying?
Yeah.
Again, everything's a movie now. Everything's a stage.
Oh, everything's PR.
Yep.
Well, just passing the 3-hour mark of the show, my mind's turns to mush. Beth's making a... Oh, I think she thinks my mind's always mush.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Especially around me.
When isn't it mush, she probably thinks. Jason says, nah, Smith is like Howard Stern. He played the part being a common man, but wanted to be the cool kid at the table. The whole clone thing is kind of scary. Yeah. Austin says, I have a weird theory that the real Kevin Smith is actually dead, and what we see now is some replacement. It makes sense considering his abrupt personality change and physical appearance.
Yeah, I agree. I think a lot of these people are replaced.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's kind of what I was talking about with the Star Trek Enterprise episode. You know, the station made a replica.
Like who's that one dude with the glasses that's always talking, like the Microsoft guy? I really don't think that's the one that we knew in the 90s.
Oh yeah, that's true.
And same with the orange guy. Like, do you think that's the real orange guy from the 80s or whatever?
Oh,
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't exactly know what you mean.
The orange man.
Mm-hmm.
Well, as long
the guy,
as... Huh?
The orange guy?
Oh, we're talking about the former president?
Yeah, I don't want to.
Okay.
Yeah, former. Yeah, I just call him the orange guy to keep it,
Oh.
I appreciate that.
I feel like you can call people the orange guy. Well, no, you can talk shit on him. YouTube likes that, so you can actually say his name and say whatever you want about him.
No, we won't.
Not.
We won't. But I'm just saying YouTube won't. They won't. They'll like you for that. So that's actually politically mandated that you say shit about him.
Gary says maybe the new Friday the 13th film, Jason wears something over his mask. Oh my God.
Oh my God. Can you imagine that? Oh,
that is actually funny.
That would be a funny parody, though. That would be a really funny parody. You know? Oh my God.
There's this horrible movie from the 80s called The Last Slumber Party, where the killer is actually a guy who's like dressed as a surgeon, and the killer is constantly wearing one of those. So that would be perfect for these days. The whole gimmick is, it's the surgeon killer look with the wide bulging eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, it works though. It's a creepy thing to see. I never got used to seeing it.
I'm just getting desensitized to it.
I was kind of thinking last Halloween, the Halloween of last year, would have been perfect if everyone didn't wear a Halloween M. Wouldn't that have been great? Mm-hmm. Because we've been wearing them. Well, a lot of people were wearing them all year. So let's go Halloween
without one. That'd be too scary.
Mm.
Oh yeah, no! I can actually see your whole face.
Yeah, the boogeyman might get you.
Yeah. Well, there's some people at work I'm glad wear diapers, but...
Oh, why? Because you're not like looking at them or hearing their voice too much?
No, like their whole face is scary, so put the diaper on.
Yeah, put the diaper on. Tell them to put 2 of them on.
One over their eyes, too? Cover the entire face?
Say shame on them. Be like, oh, you're wearing 2. You need to have 3.
Mm-hmm.
That was going on at the beginning of the year for a while, right around the selection.
Okay,
the double? Yeah.
Or not selection, but the inauguration.
Mm-hmm.
I've been seeing people doubling up recently for some reason. I don't know if it's the new boogeyman.
Well, right.
But they've been doubling up a lot recently.
That's because of what's in the media now. Yeah.
Yeah, the new one. Yeah, the new Michael Myers is here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Sorry, a little off topic, but I had a buddy. My buddy, I was on the phone with my buddy. And it's like we're living in an invasion of a body snatchers or something. Like I'm on the phone with my buddy, right? And we're just talking. And he has a roommate, right, who believes all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So he gets into his house, and he's like, my roommate was just wearing a double diaper on in the kitchen. Like it's never happened before. He's never worn that thing in the house, but it's just like things are getting crazy. It's like, I don't. Can you imagine walking in your house and seeing your roommate wearing? In the kitchen. You're like, okay.
I'd be more worried about why I all of a sudden have a roommate, but
I'd be worried about that too.
But I asked him, I was like, has he ever done that before? He's like, no, he's never done that before. I was like, it must be the new boogeyman that he was talking about in the news.
Versimilitude says people say Dave Chappelle is a clone as well.
Oh, absolutely. I think that was the first guy.
I think he's like more like a Data. I don't think he's a real person.
Oh, really? Interesting.
What are they called? Android?
I don't think they have that technology, to be honest. I don't think they have the ability to.
I think they do, honestly. I think China does.
Uh-oh, Beth's looking at the menu for the corporate pizza place.
Getting hungry.
Beth's getting hungry.
Okay. You guys, we could log it off.
Yeah, maybe we'll be close to it. It must be, what, 5:10 where you are, Matt?
Yeah, 5:10.
You gonna have what you gonna have for dinner?
Not nothing for a bit, not till they leave. I don't know what they're having. I might not eat.
You're not gonna get something for yourself, or?
Gotta wait till Aunt leaves.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
While she's there,
Aunt is definitely there.
I thought you would go somewhere like to some.
Nah, there's not many places open, and I already went to the one store this morning that was open. So
you'll get some leftovers when Auntie's gone.
Yeah. Maybe even I don't even know. I ate a lot today.
You ate enough today?
Yeah, I don't know. It's not. Because I go in there once Aunt leaves. My mom's gonna be like, "Why did you come in for dinner? Why did you come in for dinner?"
Because your sister was there.
Yeah, my sister was there. Yeah, well, the aunt. Well, your aunt came out to the shed and she knocked. Why did you answer?
He does that voice really well.
He does.
Well, that's how she sounds. That's it. It's imagine listening to that every day. It drives you nuts.
Oh. Austin reminds us that they have technology that is decades ahead of ours. That's probably true.
Oh yeah, they've been talking about the liquid, the medicine that they have for all of us.
Yeah,
they've been talking about that technology for like 20 plus years now. That's not something new.
Yeah. Versimilitude says Invasion of the Body Snatchers is exactly what I say about how people are now as well.
Yeah, they act really odd. They don't even act human-like.
Yeah. Well,
it's hard to top this. What's happened in the real world with any type of movie.
I know, like you say, it's all kinds of horrible movies combined into one.
Yeah. Plus things that we've never seen in a movie too. On top of that, it's like crazy shit that's happening that's like never even seen in a movie, or it's like, wow, that's really wow. They say what do they say? Truth is stranger than fiction.
Yep, there you go.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we're pretty much had it here with the show. Beth's on her phone.
I am
ready to get the corporate pizza.
No.
Oh, she's texting the.
I'm just letting my friend know we're doing a Nate and Beth show live. About to wrap it up.
Which one? The 32-year-old that?
No, I think she's 31 or 30.
31-year-old.
Well,
is she single?
She's cute. She likes horror movies.
Well,
but she wears diapers.
There you go. Yeah, see.
It's like, how do you think that would ever work out? And she probably likes liquid medicines too.
She might need someone with a stronger mind.
No, that's not. That's the thing. You would think that, but that's not how these people work. Yeah, you're right. They do, but no, they want their daddy. No, they want daddy government.
She's gotten better. We went out to dinner and she didn't even bring one with her.
Did she get the liquid? Did she get the medicine?
I'm not going to go into those details. It's not my privilege to say.
Yeah, I would bet you she did.
Which is kind of an answer.
Yeah. So, I don't know. It's just,
I just think it's.
And why is she single at 31?
That's she's asexual. She doesn't
like anybody.
Yeah, well, there you go. It's like a woman that's single at 31, unless she's disgusting, it's definitely by choice, or she's insane. Either she's completely insane, or she's too picky, doesn't want anyone.
You're pissing Beth off.
No, I'm trying to figure. She's not really attracted to anybody. She's really cute.
She doesn't have much of a sex drive.
No,
asexual.
She doesn't. She really doesn't.
There you go.
That's probably the number one thing right there.
Yeah.
So.
Austin
There you
says
She's extremely
even,
picky. What's she saying?
Austin says you can't even reason with people.
No.
Wade
How
can't.
could you reason with these people?
Wade can't be around family members because of how nuts they've become.
Mm-hmm.
His sister. Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, my sister has always been super left. Is all about forcing diapers on others. I mean, that's why I'm hiding in a shed on Christmas and like avoiding knocking on the. I mean, like my aunt was wearing a diaper. I'm like, I'm not talking to these people. Like, I'm not going to be able to talk to them without bringing this up. You know, I'm not just going to ignore I'm not going to ignore the huge fucking elephant that's the size, actually, it's like Godzilla.
That's
like
sitting
Godzilla's
on our faces?
Yeah, the Godzilla is like smashing my skull in. I'm not going to just bring up Godzilla, you know? And they're all going to get pissed off and, you know.
But I thought this was a movie channel. I had to throw that back in there.
Well, that's the thing. It's, like I said, you can't. At least with the people here, it's like they get what's going on. My fucking.
But see, okay, I have to throw a little bit of reality into this. Well, the idea of reality. Some actual TV shows are doing the same idea in the TV shows.
Same idea as what?
Wearing the diapers on the show.
Oh God, I haven't even.
It drives me nuts.
I've seen it in this
commercials are one thing.
I've seen the commercials. They're enough to drive you crazy. I'm not, dude. Oh God,
they're making this a new thing.
Oh yeah, it's the slave diaper.
Austin says he's avoiding his relatives as well. Done with it. Way to go. Welcome to the club.
Yeah, same here. That's
I'm done with it. Yeah, I mean they have chosen their family. As far as I'm concerned, they've chosen their masters and family. So you serve your master and your family, and you leave me the fuck alone.
Well, we're going to end the show. We'll say bye to you, Matt, after the show's ended. We'll end the show first, and then we'll say good evening to Matt after. So, Matt, you want to hang on until we're done with the show?
Yeah, that's fine. Yep.
It's about 15 minutes out. Hang out.
Yeah, so...
Well, I wasn't going anywhere. I'm stuck in this shed.
Good.
I can't even leave my shed right now unless I sneak out of it. It's like fucking Metal Gear Solid shit.
In closing, Versimilitude says his brother is pissed because he beat the system and I can go back to life without something. Okay. Way to go.
Okay.
Well,
for now.
Versimilitude, right. Versimilitude, just leave a comment in any one of my videos or something if you want to schedule a show to talk about Friday the 13th. I mean, it doesn't even have to be on Thursday. Just get a hold of me on comments and we'll figure out a time to do that. That'd be cool. So I guess that's the end of the show. Matt, hang on for
okay.
Matt, hang on and we'll talk to you after we're done with the show.
Thank you everybody for showing up and giving your hitchhikers and
thanks everyone for showing up to the show. This was a cool first test to have someone on Skype. Obviously more of it to come in the future. We'll see you guys next time.
Bye-bye.
See ya. Bye-bye.
Okay.